Happy Mother's Day from United Wireless Arena in Dodge City, Kansas, from the Champions Indoor Football League. It's a matinee feature on this Sunday afternoon. Today, the Dodge City Law at home against the unbeaten first place Salina Liberty. Hello, everybody. I'm Leon Lee with you on the broadcast this afternoon. It's good to be here. The Law back in Dodge, and for this newest version of the Dodge City Law franchise, just their second game in their new home here at United Wireless Arena. Again, the Law moving from Enid, Oklahoma, just before the start of the season. Head coach Richard Davis has his team off to a 2-1 start. The Law split a pair of games with the Wyoming Mustangs, one up in Wyoming to start the season, then lost at home a few weeks ago. But last week, they're coming off a big road victory over the Wichita Force. They won that game 43-34. That was their first road game of the year last week. Meanwhile, the Salina Liberty coming to this game, the most dominant team by far in the CIF. Salina is a perfect 5-0. The Liberty also 4-0 in the CIF. They are averaging 53.8 points a game. They are winning by an average of 31 a game. In fact, their two closest games have been by a margin of 25 points. So nobody has really come close to this Salina Liberty team so far on this this football season in the CIF. So it is a huge challenge for the Dodge City team. On this Mother's Day afternoon, it's the Law and the Liberty. We'll have the opening kickoff and much more coming your way right after this.
Your property is a big investment as well as a reflection of you. Keep it looking its best with the best. Your local BTI dealer is where you'll find the latest utility equipment from John Deere. Tough skid steers and small tractors perfect for any job. John Deere utility equipment and BTI, two of the best to have on your side. Because at the end of the day, we're here for you. BTI with locations in Buckland, Great Bend, Greensburg, Hoxie, Nez City, and Pratt. Our family in partnership with your family.
Creamy ranch, sweet and sour, spicy buffalo, tangy barbecue. Each McNugget, a chance to diversify your sauce portfolio. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Believe you me, we've seen a lot of mornings. And eating the small bits of cheese stuck to a McDonald's wrapper is the right way to start a morning. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
And can I get a Coke?
Depends.
On what?
If we get it at McDonald's.
That because you can't get a Coke from McDonald's at home deal. Any size soft drinks are always $1, only on the McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu.
You can tell this is really crispy, juicy, and tender because we wouldn't take the time to butter all these potato buns if it wasn't worth it. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Sutherland's. We've been your home improvement store since DIY was more than a saying, but an actual way of life. When a power saw meant two men and a crosscut saw. We've seen a lot of American history. The Dust Bowl, World War I and World War II. We've seen Americans race into space and 18 presidents run this great country. We were your great-grandfather's lumber store and will be your great-grandson's lumber store. We've watched and helped America become America, and we aren't going anywhere. Sutherland's, your home improvement store for the next century.
Your property is a big investment as well as a reflection of you. Keep it looking its best with the best. Your local BTI dealer is where you'll find the latest utility equipment from John Deere. Tough skid steers and small tractors perfect for any job. John Deere utility equipment and BTI, two of the best to have on your side. Because at the end of the day, we're here for you. BTI with locations in Buckland, Great Bend, Greensburg, Hoxie, Nez City, and Pratt. Our family in partnership with your family.
And back at United Wireless Arena on this Sunday afternoon. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I'm Leon Liebel. I'll be with you on the broadcast today. It's CIF football action. The Dodge City Law back home against the Salina Liberty, as we mentioned at the top of the show. The Dodge City Law comes into this game with a 2-1 record. Meanwhile, the Salina Liberty, the dominant team in the CIF so far, and they are 5-0 overall, 4-0 in the league, and again have won by an average of 31 points, all 5 of their games, averaging just under 54 points a game. Salina Liberty with their all-white road uniforms, the Dodge City Law in their home. Boot Heel Gold and Gunsmoke black and silver today here at United Wireless Arena in Dodge City as we get ready. Just the second home game of the season for the Law. Once again, their last game was against the Wyoming Mustangs at home. They lost that game 56-44. The head coach, Richard Davis, who is also the general managing partner of the Law, brought the team from Enid. They were the Oklahoma Flying Aces, and again, the story there, they had some issues with their workman's compensation insurance, and it was not going to be sustainable for them to remain in Enid. The CIF wanted to put an expansion team in Dodge City by next year anyway, so they said, why not just move the Oklahoma franchise to Dodge City now? And that happened right before the season, as we see the captains coming to midfield for the opening coin toss here. You know, the Salina Liberty, by the way, haven't played since April 24th. They've had a few weeks off. Their head coach is Haran O'Neill, who's no stranger to Dodge City. In fact, he was the defensive coordinator and recruiting coordinator for the original Dodge City Law franchise back in 2017 when they had that terrific team that kind of had some problems at the end of the year and was penalized for some activity off the field. And then, of course, the franchise left the league after the 2017 season. Salina Liberty, meanwhile, an expansion team that started in 2015 to replace the Salina Bombers, the original team that was from Salina in the CIF. Again, it's a Kansas rivalry. Salina up on I-70, Dodge City, of course, in the southwest part of the state. As we get ready for the coin toss, our referee today in the white hat is Jason Wetz. We'll probably be hearing from him a lot as see who wins the coin toss here. And it looks like Dodge City has elected to receive. So Salina Liberty will be kicking off, if I've got that right. And quite honestly, I'm going to let our director and producer know I cannot hear what the official may be saying here. It's all very quiet right now. All I got is pictures and the picture in front of me here as we are ready to go, and it will be the Liberty kicking off against the Dodge City Law here at United Wireless Arena. A beautiful arena, opened 10 years ago, February of 2011. Hard to believe it's been a versatile building for this city. And by the way, if you notice, the turf here looks a little old and faded, has some outdated logos on it, the old Budweiser logo there. It's not old, it is fairly new. It was used to film a movie in Oklahoma City, American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story. As Kurt Warner, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, former quarterback of the St. Louis Rams and the Arizona Cardinals, making a movie of his life, of course, rising from the arena game where he was the quarterback for the Iowa Barnstormers, and then also a grocery store clerk, from rags to riches, and making a movie of his life. That movie to be released next December, but the Oklahoma franchise went and bought this turf after it was used in the movie, and now they've brought it to Dodge City. So a little trivia there about the turf here at United Wireless Arena, in case you're wondering. As again, we're ready for the kickoff here at United Wireless. And Dodge City coming off a big road victory last week at Wichita, defeating the Force at Kansas Star Arena. Renewing the old rivalry there with the Wichita Force as they won that game 43-34. Now renewing another Kansas rivalry today with the Salina Liberty. But again, a big challenge for this Dodge City Law team as once again, the Liberty undefeated 5-0, and they have been dominant this season. Their kicker is Jimmy Allen, who'll be kicking off from his own goal line. Again, a field is 50 yards long. Jimmy Allen, 5'10", 200-pound kicker from Grand Rapids Community College, and it's going to be a bouncer all the way to the goal line and into the end zone it goes, and that's going to be taken out of there and down right at the 1-yard line. And my goodness, great field or great coverage there on the kickoff team from Salina, as the Dodge City Law will be starting deep in their own territory. That was Antoine Goodley bringing it out of there, the wide receiver from Baylor University. We haven't seen him alive. We've heard a lot about him. He's an outstanding player. He's been banged up, and not a good situation there for the Law. There's Richard Davis with his quarterback, who's been outstanding, Ray-John Austin Ramsey. Now, they will operate, though, with two quarterbacks. Jalen Lowe will come in. In fact, Jalen Lowe replaced Austin Ramsey last week in Wichita, and Ray-John kind of got banged up in the first half, and Jalen Lowe came in and led Dodge City to that victory. But Ray-John Austin Ramsey is the starter, 6'1", 210-pounder from Trinity Valley Junior College. Also went on to East Central Oklahoma, and he's going to keep it himself. Crosses the 5 right up to the 6-yard line. That'll bring up second down for the Law. Again, Richard Davis, also the offensive coordinator for this team. Well known in arena circles as an offensive-minded coach. Been around a long time. His 14th season in the arena game. Also coached in the Canadian Football League, NFL Europe. Son of a high school coach in Oklahoma. And he's been all over the country and all over the world coaching football. As it's second down and 9 for Dodge City on their own 6-yard line. Receivers in motion. And Austin Ramsey will throw, and it's nearly picked off. Man, that probably should have been picked off, as that was Naquan Thomas, 6'1" linebacker, 6'1", 225-pound linebacker from Fairmont State. So we look at it again. Ramsey, wow, just threw it right into the defender's hands, and Thomas could not hold on. So that's going to bring up third down and 9 for the Dodge City Law. And their top wide receivers out there, Torrance Carr. Again, Goodley was into the game. Gerald Thomas. Zuri Davis has been terrific. And now we have a flag and perhaps a false start against Dodge City. I believe so. We'll have the distance to the goal line, and they'll still bring up third down. Again, the Liberty have had a couple weeks off. Their head coach, Sharon O'Neill, who we mentioned was the defensive coordinator and recruiting coordinator for the original Law franchise back in 2017. But he says his team, he let them just all go home. They pretty much just relaxed for the last couple weeks and healed up. He said they were kind of banged up after 5 games. And they are rested and ready to go here in Dodge City today against the Law. Just underway in the first quarter. They're down and long, and here is the long pass down the other way and overthrows his intended receiver. That is Zuri Davis. Looks like may have had him open down there and just overthrew the target. As the Law trying to go deep on third down. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Law. And again, no punting in arena football. Try the field goal and out of their own end zone, and I believe they're going to do that. As that is Brett Mathis, their kicker, 6 foot, 215 pounds from Bethel, out of Newton, a hometown, Long Beach, California. Of course, this can be used as a punt as well as it's not a good kick. It can be returned on the other end by Salina. But this is about looks like going to be about a 60-yarder. We count the 8 yards in the other end zone, and that one is going to be squibbed and out of bounds and goes into the stands for a souvenir. So the Salina Liberty powerhouse offense will set up in terrific field possession on their first possession. No score from Dodge City, just underway. Back after this.
For a true taste of the old Wild West, get the heck into Dodge. For entertainment at its best, get the heck into Dodge. Walk out on old Boot Hill, you can feel the spirit still, but you just won't know until you get the heck into Dodge.
Make plans to get the heck into Dodge. See cowboys at a rodeo. Try your luck at cards or slots at the casino. Car races, gunfights. You can even walk the boardwalk at Boot Hill. Make plans to visit Dodge City and get the heck into Dodge.
All right, back underway already is the Salina Liberty with terrific field position starting in midfield on the 25-yard line, and first down and an incomplete pass from their quarterback Tyree Adams. He's the leader of this team from Western Carolina. He had an outstanding college career at the Catamounts, 6'3", 200 pounds. Good mixture of young guys on this Liberty team and a lot of veterans as well. Salina Liberty, perfect 5-0, 4-0 in the league. And here's the handoff to the running back. I think that's Tracy Brooks. Yes, indeed. And Brooks, 5'9", 195-pounder. Did not play college football. In fact, he was a baseball outfielder for Central Alabama College. Did not play college football. He is a veteran. This is, I believe, his fourth season with the Liberty. A couple years ago, he was the leader in all-purpose yards, scoring, and receiving for this Liberty team. He is a terrific all-around football player. Number 2, Tracy Brooks. We'll keep an eye on him. Third down and 8 to go at the Dodge City 23-yard line. Tyree Adams going to keep it himself. He's got plenty of room up to 10. He slides down about the 8-yard line. See where he went down, initiated his slide. That's where they'll mark him down. But that is an easy first down for Salina. It's Tyree Adams looked downfield and just took it. I think that may have been a design run. And down he goes. First down and goal to go now for the Liberty. First possession of this game for Salina. Dodge City went 4 and out in this game. They did try a long field goal. Liberty, here's Tyree Adams, nearly lost the ball, and he's brought down from behind. Good defense there. That's Keenan Brown on the tackle. Big 6'5", 285-pound defensive end from Langston University for Dodge City. And Heron O'Neill, the head coach for the Salina Liberty, he is a long-time arena coach, has a career record of 133-58, and he has been just elected this year to the Arena Football Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer now, or going to be. Here's the handoff. Brooks, left side, crosses to 5, inside the 5, and he is brought down. And that will bring up third down and goal to go for the Liberty. It was Jaden Dobbs on the tackle. He's the leading tackler on this team for Dodge City. 6'2", 220-pounder from Wisconsin, Eau Claire, who actually played a season for the Salina Liberty. Jaden Dobbs. By the way, several Dodge City or former Dodge City Law players on the Liberty team from the original Law franchise. We'll talk about that a little later. Here it is. Goal to go, and the pass in the end zone and just throwing up there and caught by Chad Steinwachs, who is just picked up, by the way, this week. 6'4", 220-pound wide receiver from Baldwin Wallace. And they talked about him this week. He is just a guy that you don't see very often, just a luxury because of his height and reach. He is a long player. And Tyree Adams just threw it up for the touchdown, and Salina will try to make it a 7-0 game as they quickly take the 6-0 lead on the 3-yard touchdown pass. And then again, Jimmy Allen will be kicking the extra point for Salina. Getting those goalposts 10 feet wide, and he splits them, and that's going to put the Liberty up 7-0 over Dodge City in Dodge City. We're back with more Arena Football right after this.
DC3 has it all. From in-person classes to virtual, we've got you covered. Faster certification, fatter paychecks. Trade up to a better life.
Well, we knew it was going to be a big challenge for the Dodge City Law, and it certainly looks that way as the Salina Liberty. First possession, quickly scoring, had great field position to start that drive from midfield at the 25-yard line, and they go down and score. Tyree Adams just threw one up for grabs, and big 6'4" Chad Steinwalks went up high to make the catch in the end zone for the touchdown. The extra point was good, and it is 7-0 Salina. The Liberty leading Dodge City, 10:44 left to go in the first quarter. In the Law offense going nowhere in their first drive. See if they can get something going. Deep men for Dodge City here on the return. That's Gerald Thomas on your left, number 3, and Antoine Goodley, number 19. And Jimmy Allen will be kicking off. And that ball will bounce and go out of bounds, and that means Dodge City will have the ball on their own 5-yard line to start this drive. Again, if it goes out of bounds on the fly, they would bring it out to the 25, but that one bounced in the end zone. That was a good kickoff by Jimmy Allen. Want to have a little touch. And he had it. As again, there's Richard Davis, the head coach. And again, the general managing partner. He's had a busy month moving this team from Enid, Oklahoma, getting everything in order, and also trying to coach a team, X's and O's, and get all the personnel in the right place. They just transferred the roster over to the Dodge City Law. Had to come up with new uniforms. There they are with the, again, I like to call it the Boot Hill Gold and Gunsmoke Black and Silver. From their own 5-yard line, Dodge City. And now we got Jalen Lowe in at quarterback, and Lowe's going to keep it himself and has a first down as he gets across the 15-yard line. We mentioned both quarterbacks will see a lot of time in this game as Ray-John Austin Ramsey started, but Jalen Lowe comes in, and that is a straight quarterback keeper. Lowe, a very versatile player, good athlete. He can also serve as a kicker if they need him to be, but we haven't seen that yet this season. Jalen Lowe from Langston University, one of several players from the Langston University out of Oklahoma. Again, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Came in last week against the Wichita Force and was terrific in the second half, leading Dodge City to that victory on the road. And another quarterback keeper up the middle, and this time stopped at the 17-yard line. And Naquan Thomas making the stop, the linebacker. We've seen him a couple times now for Salina on defense. That'll bring up second down for Dodge City, trailing 7-0 here in the first quarter. Well, that's a big stick right there by Thomas. Man, Jalen Lowe just running into a wall. Looks like we may have out of the huddle here, the Law. Again, in the arena game, very seldom see a hurry-up offense. It's well, the clock always continues to run for the most part. Right now, it's stopped at 9:14. Now it's running, but offense is fairly deliberate. Jalen Lowe out of the shotgun, man in motion, and he's going to keep it himself. And nothing complicated about this offense with Lowe in. That is 3 consecutive quarterback keepers. Not much on the play as he comes out of bounds. He touches the wall on the near sideline. There it is again. Trying to stiff arm his way to freedom, but he reaches out and is out of bounds. And that'll bring up third down and 7. The ball at the 19-yard line for Dodge City on their own 19. Not a lot of offense in this game for the Law so far. This is their second possession. They do have a first down since Lowe came in. And every play he's been in, he's ran the ball. Quarterback keepers all the way. But this time he's got the receivers. Now a bad snap, but he picks it up. Great bounce over the middle. He's got his man complete. That's Gerald Thomas. What a terrific play by Jalen Lowe. Keeping his poise on the bad snap. The ball bounced up to him, and he throws over the middle to Gerald Thomas. Gerald Thomas, again, 5'11", 180-pounder from Sam Houston State. Started his college career at Colorado. He is fast if he can get loose. Big play for Dodge City, first down and 10, keeping this drive alive. Boy, Richard Davis must have saw something right away that the quarterback situation, bringing Lowe in on the second possession. May have an offsides, and now a pass is complete, and that is Zuri Davis. Davis crosses the 15 in Salina territory near another Dodge City first down. And we got a flag on the play, and let's see, Liberty is saying false start. It may have been a free play, but we'll find out. There's Zuri Davis. Did he go down on a knee there as Naquan Thomas, the linebacker, thought he touched him as he was down, but I think they're going to mark him there, and they'll see what the penalty is first, though. Right now the ball is marked at the Salina 16-yard line. Yep, it was offside, as Jason Wetz lets us know. 7:28 left to go in the first quarter, and the Law on the move. They got the ball at the Liberty 16-yard line. 1st and 10. Now what are they doing? Oh, wait. Okay, they're going to move the ball back to the 18-yard line. It's still first down. It looked like Davis got to the 15. Maybe he was down when he went down on one knee when he caught the ball. Anyway, Jalen Lowe back to pass. Lowe looking, going to throw into the end zone and knocked away by Brashawn Stewart. Brashawn Stewart got a hand on it. The 6', 205-pound defensive back from Norwich University. Lowe had some time, stepped up in the pocket, kind of a sidearm throw. A receiver there was Gerald Thomas, but nice defense there from Brashawn Stewart. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Dodge City. Again, when you get down in the red zone in the arena game, it is not a lot of room to operate. We do the Wichita Force and the Law games this season, and see both teams sometimes struggle in the red zone. Here's a pass complete to Antoine Goodley. Comes around and crosses the 10, inside the 10. Nice move by Goodley. Again, Richard Davis, the coach, calls this guy a very special player. Highlight level player, he says. He was an All-American at Baylor. He had 150 career receptions, 21 touchdowns for the Baylor Bears. He played with Heisman Trophy winner Robert Griffin III. That was the guy throwing him the passes. And Antoine Goodley, who has not played a lot this season because of injuries, but he is in there today. He's played every play. As that has Dodge City on the 7-yard line. 1st down and goal to go for the Law. Lowe's going to run it on the far side. Crosses the 5, knocked out of bounds at the wall. As the fans enjoy getting right in the action there. Here it is again. Looked like Lowe might be looking for the throw, and then Thomas, the linebacker, coming his way, and so he decided to escape around that right side. Richard Davis giving Jalen Lowe the play call. Again, coaches can be on the field, and usually it's whoever's running the offense. If you have an offensive coordinator, in this case, Richard Davis is the offensive coordinator as head coach. 2nd down and goal to go. The ball now at the 4-yard line. It's a pick up a 3 on the play. Jalen Lowe out of the shotgun. He's got Antoine Goodley behind him. Wide receiver, and now a timeout. Looks like a little confusion. So we see Goodley and talking it over. Now Richard Davis going to bring everybody over. A timeout on the field. The Dodge City Law going to talk it over. Well, this is a good drive for Dodge City. And to recap, their first possession went nowhere. They were deep in their own territory. They went 3 and out, basically, and then tried a field goal, and that did not work. But Ray-John Austin Ramsey, the usual starting quarterback. Jalen Lowe, though, we always expect him to come in. Well, on the second possession, Lowe came in right away. Richard Davis saw something he did not like. Thought maybe Lowe would operate the offense a little more effective against this Salina defense, and so far so good. Started off this drive with 3 consecutive quarterback keepers from Jalen Lowe. And then a terrific pass over the middle to Gerald Thomas. And Zuri Davis of a big pass completion as well. And now Dodge City at the 4-yard line. 2nd down and goal to go. and trying to pull a big upset here today against this powerful Salina Liberty team. And one good thing about this drive, it's taken some time and kept that Liberty high-powered offense off the field. And the Liberty scored easily on their first possession. Again, they had terrific field position. They started at the midfield at 25. But they kind of made it look easy when they got in the end zone to take this 7-0 lead. Again, you're watching Champions Indoor Football. I'm Leon Lebo with you on the broadcast. Terrific to be with you on this Mother's Day Sunday afternoon. A little cool and chilly outside across Kansas, so good day to be inside to watch some arena football. Here at United Wireless Arena, right next door to the Boot Hill Casino and Resort. As this timeout is taking a lot of time, as Lowe now once again over the talk to Richard Davis, his head coach. 6:34 left to go in the first quarter. Here he's got Antoine Goodley, Zuri Davis, and Gerald Thomas are his three wide receivers. Running back for Dodge City, of course, is Cameron Booty. We have yet to see Booty today. Low out of the shotgun. And he's going to hand off to Antoine Goodley. And Goodley's into the end zone for the Dodge City touchdown. Antoine Goodley, out of his wide receiver position, took the handoff up the middle and easily gets into the end zone. There's the big hole right there, cuts back, and it's 7-6. Dodge City can tie it with the extra point coming up. Terrific drive from the Dodge City Law. How about that? Brent Mathis comes in to try the extra point. In Mathis, 6 foot, 215-pounder. Top kicker in the CIF just 2 years ago, and this is up and good. The extra point ties the game. How about that? We're all tied up in Dodge. Dodge City Law, Salina Liberty, 7-7. More with first quarter action coming your way right after this.
We knew it was time to make these when we started asking things like, wouldn't it be nice to be able to get a warm cinnamon roll right now? And why can't this kind of muffin come from the same place as a McMuffin? And isn't your coffee lonely without company from a glazed apple fritter? Well, consider these our 3 resounding yeses. Meet the new bakery sweets at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
And back at United Wireless Arena in Dodge City, it's all tied up 7-7 after a terrific drive from the Dodge City Law. Antoine Goodley topping it off of a 4-yard run. The wide receiver operating basically as a running back. Took the handoff from Jalen Lowe, who sparked Dodge City on a terrific drive. And they have tied this game against the undefeated first place Salina Liberty. 7-7 with 6:26 left to go. And Brent Mathis will kick off for Dodge City from his own goal line. Again, you can put that ball anywhere on the goal line you want to kick off. Mathis elects to go right there in the middle hash mark, as he will be kicking off for the first time in this game. Dodge City received to start the game, the opening kickoff, and here it is. Going to be a squibber to the left side and picked up at near the 5-yard line, and that is Brooks, Tracy Brooks, the all-purpose everything for this team, and takes it into Dodge City territory. That was a little too easy that time. Brooks just knifing through the return team. Took the ball right at the 4-yard line. Crosses into Dodge City territory. That ball will be down and marked, I believe, at the 16-yard line of Dodge City. And so Tyree Adams once again will start with terrific field position. They have second possession, have yet to start in their own territory. Tyree Adams, 6'3", 200-pound quarterback, again from Western Carolina, on the Dodge City 16-yard line. He's got Tracy Brooks as his running back. No, this time it's going to be Dominic Carson, 5'5", 150-pound running back from Sewell Ross University. That's out of Alpine, Texas. Dominic Carson also played for the original Dodge City Law, so another player familiar with the community and the nearly a face mask there. He wanted one. No call on the play as making the tackle for Dodge City. Maurice Chandler. And here's the handoff again to Carson, and he is stacked up right away. Wow. Dominic Carson, not a big man, 5'5", 150 as I just mentioned, and man, he ran into some big fellows right there at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up third down for Salina. There he is, the leading tackler on this team, leading the way, and that's Jaden Dobbs. Man, Dobbs is terrific. 6'2", 220-pounder. We talked about it. Moves to Enid, Oklahoma, and becomes a part-time teacher, full-time teacher. Now he's an athletic director at the junior high school he teaches at. He's made a home in Enid, and now the pass incomplete. So on the coverage there for Dodge City is Marcus Odom. Marcus Odom, the cornerback, nicknamed Mighty Mites. He's also another local teacher in Enid. Again, the Dodge City franchise moving from Enid right before the season started. And Odom, a native, kind of a local hero down there. Terrific high school player. 4th down and 8, the ball at the 14-yard line. Big play for the Dodge City Law defense. Tyree Adams. He is the quarterback. He's got his man in motion far side. Adams looking, moving up in the pocket. He's going to keep it himself. Crosses into the 10-yard line and down at maybe the 6. Let's see where they mark it. Law players are arguing about this. He may be short of the first down, depending on the mark. Depending on the spot here. Let's see. Adams, it was going back to pass, and good coverage downfield on the tackle for Dodge City. That's Keontae Griffin, another Baylor Bear player. He was a wide receiver coming out of high school, and that is going to be a first down. First down and goal to go. They mark it at the 5-yard line. Tyree Adams going to keep it himself, quarterback keeper, and into the end zone with a touchdown. I do believe he crossed. Yes, indeed. It's a touchdown for Salina. So the Liberty 2 for 2. Tyree Adams keeps it himself and into the end zone. Dodge City defense doing a nice job initially stopping Liberty, but they just could not on that 4th down play, just did not get the spot, and Adams gets in from 5 yards out, and that's going to make it 13-7. Is Jimmy Allen in the kick. Trying to make this a 14-7 game. 4:07 left to go in the first quarter. And here's the snap, and that kick is no good. Swung it wide left, 13-7. Salina on top of Dodge City. We are back with more first quarter action from United Wireless Arena right after this.
Your property is a big investment as well as a reflection of you. Keep it looking its best with the best. Your local BTI dealer is where you'll find the latest utility equipment from John Deere. Tough skid steers and small tractors perfect for any job. John Deere utility equipment and BTI, two of the best to have on your side. Because at the end of the day, we're here for you. BTI with locations in Buckland, Great Bend, Greensburg, Hoxie, Nez City, and Pratt. Our family in partnership with your family.
And back at United Wireless Arena, it is 13-7. The Salina Liberty have just scored another touchdown as Tyree Adams, their quarterback, took it in from 5 yards out. The extra point no good. So 13-7. Jimmy Allen, who just missed that extra point, will be kicking off from his own goal line. And Gerald Thomas, Antoine Goodley will be the return men for Dodge City. Jimmy Allen, big man for the kicker, as a kicker. And he will keep it low in the squib. And that bounces into the end zone, picked up by Goodley. Goodley brings it out, gets across the 5, the 10, and goes down at about the 12, 13-yard line. Antoine Goodley kind of making something out of nothing there. As 4:01 left to go in the first quarter. And again, Jalen Lowe came in to spark Dodge City on their last drive to a long touchdown drive that took up some time. The quarterback, backup quarterback. I always hesitate to call him the backup. He does not start. Ray John Austin Ramsey is usually the starting QB for Dodge City, but Jalen Lowe always comes in. It's a two-quarterback system under Richard Davis's offense. Now, last week, Jalen Lowe did have to come in to replace Ray John when he went out with an injury, and Lowe sparked Dodge City to the victory on the road against the Wichita Force. We got a timeout here on the field. We'll keep it right here. 4:01 left. We will take a timeout. 13-7, Liberty on top of the Law. We're back after this.
For a true taste of the old Wild West, get the heck into Dodge. For entertainment at its best, get the heck into Dodge. Walk out on old Boot Hill, you can feel the spirit still, but you just won't know until you get the heck into Dodge.
Make plans to get the heck into Dodge. See Cowboys at a rodeo. Try your luck at cards or slots at the casino. Car races, gunfights. You can even walk the boardwalk at Boot Hill. Make plans to visit Dodge City and get the heck into Dodge.
Well, it'll be Dodge City's third possession of this game here in the first quarter. They'll be starting from their own 13-yard line. Richard Davis discussing things of his offense. He has to be happy the way his team played to operate that last offensive drive. Started at their own 5-yard line, so it was a 45-yard drive, capped off by Antoine Goodley's touchdown run, 4-yard run. Again, the wide receiver operating as a running back. Jalen Lowe is back in at quarterback. Lowe ran the ball a lot on that first possession he was in. That's what he does here. And in motion, he's going to hand off again to the wide receiver. That's the same play they scored the touchdown. That time it's Gerald Thomas, I believe, who got that. Check his number there. That is Thomas. Comes up with it. Knocked out of bounds on the near side. So he cuts inside. And that's the same play Antoine Goodley scored a touchdown going the other way. And that'll be, takes the ball out to the 21-yard line. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 2 at the 21. 2nd down and 2. Dodge City will be content to take their time on offense, keep that Salina offense off the field, and Lowe keep it himself. This time he's going nowhere. He is dropped immediately. As on the tackle, Jake Latimer, 6'3", 245-pound defensive lineman out of Iowa State, former Cyclone. Also in on the tackle, Rusty Becker, big defensive lineman. He's from University of California. Cal Bear, 6'3", 290. So that brings up 3rd down and 2. Jalen Lowe slowly walking back after getting instructions from his head coach, walking to the huddle. Again, very deliberate here on offense. Try to eat up some time and also try to get the first down here with 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Men in motion, Lowe is going back to pass, and he's going to be sacked as he is spun down there at the 12, 11-yard line. He had no chance that time. So he is brought down. Lowe looking, and then on the sack, that's going to be Shaq Bradford, a defensive lineman out of Kansas Wesleyan. So he's played his college football right there in Salina. Former Coyote, defensive lineman, 5'10", 230-pounder, gets the sack. That's going to bring up 4th down and 10 now for Dodge City with the ball on their own 13-yard line. And, well, Brent Mathis is going to come in and try the field goal. They tried this out of their own end zone earlier and did not go anywhere. In fact, it took a sharp left out of bounds and set up Salina in terrific field position. So he'll be kicking this from his own 6-yard line. That's going to be 52-yard attempt by my calculations. And now we got a penalty flag. I don't know if you have a delay of game. No foul, no penalty. So they picked the flag up. There's no penalty, and we'll try the field goal again from his own 5 or 6-yard line. Again, 8 yards deep are the end zone. So here's the snap, and the kick is blocked, and it will be recovered. That is a mad scramble in the end zone. And what do we got here? Everybody scrambling for that loose ball over there up against the wall. And 2 field goal attempts have really not worked out for Dodge City. That one was low. The kick was low and blocked. Let's look at it again. Mathis, kind of a juggling there with the holder. And then, well, it looks like Shaq Bradford, who had the sack, got a hand on it. And then everybody scrambling for it. And not sure what who came up with it. What do we got? Officials are discussing this. And quite honestly, did not hear Jason Wetz there, an explanation. But I think it's going to be here. He's going to come over and explain this to the coaches. Doesn't seem like Haran O'Neill, the head coach of Salina, agrees with whatever the discussion is. It's going to be Salina's football. It was 4th down. And it will be marked at the 3-yard line. I guess it was a touchback So the Law, or the Liberty, will have 1st and goal from the 3. Remember, they have started each drive now from the 25, the 16, and now the 3. This is their 3rd possession, and trying for their 3rd consecutive touchdown. Tyree Adams, the quarterback, throws in he had a man wide open and just missed the target. Wide left. Chad Steinwalks, his big 6'4" receiver, caught a touchdown early. Man, he was wide open. Adams just did not connect with him. Again, I'll bring up 2nd down and goal to go from the 3-yard line. Tyree Adams, he's ran for a touchdown. I wouldn't be surprised if he might keep it right here. Or look out for Tracy Brooks, who's now in at running back next to him. And Brooks does take it, and Brooks, he's into the end zone for the touchdown. 3-yard run from Tracy Brooks, and that has Salina Liberty now up 19-7. Got the extra point coming up. Brooks pretty darn happy about that touchdown. So he spikes that ball into the back wall. And again, the Liberty. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and all 3 possessions they have started in Dodge City territory. That one, after the blocked field goal attempt, was recovered by Dodge City in the end zone. That's why they brought it out to the 3. Jimmy Allen missed his extra point the last attempt. Let's see what he can do here. Back in the kick. From his own 10. Or from the 10. And that one is perfect. And so the Salina Liberty now lead 20-7. 52 seconds left to go in the first quarter from United Wireless Arena in Dodge City, Kansas. Back with more football right after this.
And there you have it. McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich. You'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich.
20-7, the Salina Liberty, the undefeated Liberty on top of the Dodge City Law, 20-7. As we mentioned, the Liberty coming in this game 5-0, 4-0 in the league, and they have been a powerhouse, winning by an average 31 points a game. They've averaged just under 54 a game, and they have scored every time they've had the football. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. And again, a lot of that has to do with incredible field position. Their first possession from the 25-yard line, their second from the 16, and that last one after the blocked field goal attempt, they got it at the 3-yard line, and Tracy Brooks ran it in from there. Extra point is good, 20-7, and Jimmy Allen will be kicking off. Allen this time a high, and did that ball hit the ceiling? It did hit the ceiling, and this is not a low ceiling at United Wireless Arena. But he got it up there. He really popped that one up in the air. So Dodge City, that's a break for the Law. They'll have the ball at midfield at the 25-yard line. It's like Ray Guy in the old days punting for the Oakland Raiders, and he hits the scoreboard at the Superdome one year. I think they had to raise that after that. But well, I'm really dating myself there with a Ray Guy reference. 52 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Richard Davis has Jalen Lowe in a quarterback. Lowe led the Law to a touchdown, a 45-yard touchdown drive on his first entry into the game. Last possession, though, they got a first down, but then stalled it out at the 25, and this is what they've been doing with Lowe, just letting him run as he slithers his way up around the 19 or 21-yard line into Salina territory. That'll bring up second down and 6, I believe. Pick up about 4 on the play. There's Lowe right there, making a nice move between the defenders. Second down and 6, yes, the ball at the 21-yard line. Again, it's obviously a big challenge for the Law going up against this Liberty team, but overall they played pretty well. Just have given the Liberty too many opportunities from a field position perspective, and now we have a timeout, I believe. And that's the end of the first quarter. Got to pay attention to that, huh? First quarter is in the books here at United Wireless Arena in Dodge City. The Salina Liberty leads Dodge 20-7. We're back with the start of the second quarter right after this.
Your property is a big investment as well as a reflection of you. Keep it looking its best with the best. Your local BTI dealer is where you'll find the latest utility equipment from John Deere. Tough skid steers and small tractors perfect for any job. John Deere utility equipment and BTI, two of the best to have on your side. Because at the end of the day, we're here for you. BTI with locations in Buckland, Great Bend, Greensburg, Hoxie, Nez City, and Pratt. Our family in partnership with your family.
Creamy ranch, sweet and sour, spicy buffalo, tangy barbecue. Each McNugget, a chance to diversify your sauce portfolio. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Believe you me, we've seen a lot of mornings. And eating the small bits of cheese stuck to a McDonald's wrapper is the right way to start a morning. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, it's the start of the second quarter here in Dodge City. The Dodge City Law with the ball at the Salina 21-yard line. Second down and 6. Jalen Lowe in at quarterback still for Dodge City. Again, they operated with 2 QBs. Ray John, Austin Ramsey started, but he only operated on one drive, and that's when they went 3 and out on the opening drive, and then Lowe came in, led them to a touchdown, and now trying to pick up another first down as he completes the pass over on the far side, and that ball marked down at the 15-yard line. And that was Antoine Goodley. Goodley getting a lot more playing time, the most we've seen him play all season. In the outstanding wide receiver from Baylor University, where he was an All-American. And that is a first down for Dodge City. Ball on the 15-yard line. Jalen Lowe. He can run it and he can throw it. He can do a lot of things for this team, and perhaps that's why Richard Davis elected to go with him here in the first half. And Lowe will keep it himself and reaches over across the wall, and he's out of bounds. Pick of about 3 yards or 4 on the play. Let's see where they spot that one. And Lowe has been sacked in this game as Liberty has gotten some pressure on him, and he's gone back to pass. Under 14, we're just underway with the second quarter of action in Dodge City. United Wireless Arena. 20-7 to Liberty on top. The Dodge City Law have an opportunity here. The ball is marked at the 11-yard line, so that's a pick of a 4. And now it's going to be a screen pass over the middle to the big offensive lineman as he was eligible, and that is going to go for a a 1st and goal to go. How about that inside the 5-yard line? Lamont McDonald, 6'3", 360 pounds. Look at that. Big Lamont was open and nice hands, and then he wanted that, man. He wanted that touchdown as he gets it down to the 2-yard line. 1st down and goal to go for Dodge City. Lamont McDonald played junior college football at NEO and then went on to the University of Wyoming. The Cowboy from Wyoming is a Cowboy in Dodge. That big pass completion. Jalen Lowe throws over in the corner of the end zone, and that ball, that was dangerous territory, knocked away by DeAndre Roberts. DeAndre Roberts, he's a Kansas college player, 5'9", 175-pound defensive back from Bethany. Bethany Swedes of the KCAC. As the intended receiver over there was Antoine. No, that was Zuri Davis. Zuri Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down and goal to go from the 2-yard line for Dodge City. As with the big pass completion to their eligible offensive lineman, Lamont McDonald, who you see lined up behind the line of scrimmage there. And he'll be operating as a blocker as Jalen Lowe takes it and crosses the goal line for the touchdown. Dodge City hanging in there against the Liberty. That makes it 20-13 with the extra point try coming up. Jalen Lowe. Look at that. Lamont McDonald actually maybe playing set up as a bit of a running back instead of an offensive lineman, leading the block up there, the big man. And Lowe, finding a crease, gets into the end zone. Brent Mathis comes back in to try the extra point. He is 1 for 1 on extra points today. Dodge City trying to make it a 20-14 game here. And that kick is perfect. And how about that? The Dodge City Law hanging in there against the Liberty. 2nd quarter here in Dodge City, 12:47 to go in the 1st half. It is Salina up on Dodge, 20-14. We're back with more right after this. Well, the Dodge City Law up to the big challenge so far against the mighty Salina Liberty. It's 20-14. Dodge City with their 2nd touchdown of the game, cutting the lead to 6 as they will be kicking off. Brent Mathis doing the duties, of course. And one thing, the Law, if they could just put the Liberty back deep in their own territory to start a drive, that would be helpful, as that has been an issue. So again, the Salina Liberty, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and all their drives have started in Dodge City territory. Yeah, the first drive started in midfield 25, but then the second at the 16, and then another drive started at the 3 after a blocked field goal attempt. So see if Mathis can pin them back here a little bit on this kickoff. This is kind of important. 12:47 to go in the 2nd quarter. Dodge City, the Law against the Salina Liberty. And it's going to be a squib taken at the 15, and Salina will have a good field position once again as they'll start in Dodge City territory. As that is Shaq Bradford taking the high bounce and into Dodge City territory. And so the Liberty with Tyree Adams at quarterback will be in good position again. And the ball at the 19-yard line, I believe, with Dodge City. Now Bradford again, the defensive lineman out of Kansas Wesleyan there. Dominic Carson in a running back there, number 21. 5'5" as he stands on the left side of his quarterback. That ball at the 19-yard line of Dodge City. So 4th drive of the game. And that is Carson, the speedster, round the 10, the 5, and dives into the end zone for the touchdown. And just like that, the Liberty strike on 1st down. Wow. 19-yard touchdown run. Actually, a 21-yard touchdown run. The ball was at the 21. As we see Carson, 5'5", 150, walking the tightrope down the far sideline next to the wall and dives into the end zone with a touchdown. And that makes it 26-14. Again, the Liberty, their offense operating on a short field today so far. Looks like they're going to review this, see if he went out of bounds. They're going to review it. Jason Wetz, the referee, wearing the white hat there today for the officials. 26-14 pending this review. So once again, we could take a look at the review ourselves as Carson took the handoff, went around the right side. And we'll see if he touched the wall. I think that's what they're going to be reviewing. So we're just underway in the second quarter. And I don't think he did touch the wall, as from what I can see on our monitor here. What I'm looking at, but I'm not the guy making the decision. It was a tight one down the line there as he crosses the 5-yard line. And we'll see what the review is as they take a long look at this. Again, the Dodge City Law have just played 3 games this season, 2-1 on the year. They opened up with a 20-18 victory on the road at Wyoming against the Mustangs. That's up in Gillette, Wyoming. And then the Wyoming Mustangs came down to Dodge for the home debut at United Wireless Arena, and the Mustangs won that game 56-44. Then last week, Dodge City on the road again at Wichita against the Wichita Force at Kansas Star Arena. Outlasted the Force 43-34. That game pretty much decided late in the fourth quarter as Dodge City pulled away. Salina Liberty, we've talked about them. 5-0, 4-0 in the league. A dominant team. Two closest games have been by margins of 25 points. Omaha Beef and Sioux City got within 25. By the way, Sioux City on the road last night, a game we broadcast for you, as they were at Wichita on the force of a big victory over Sioux City at home, 49-40. Ine Apkin, his team, a big win at home, their first victory in the league last night, Wichita. They continue to review this touchdown run by Dominic Carson. And again, they're determining if he touched the wall before he got into the end zone and went out of bounds. .12:19 left to go. And the officials are coming out onto the field. We'll get a announcement here. And they determined there's no video evidence that he touched the wall. And I don't think he did. Might look like maybe a foot hit the wall, but you look at the replay close, and it did not, just did not look like it. So that's a touchdown for Dominic Carson. 21-yard run, terrific run. And after all that, we'll try an extra point here as Jimmy Allen comes in to kick again. Liberty making it look easy on their touchdowns. That one may be a little more spectacular than the other 3. Here's the snap, and the kick is up from Jimmy Allen, and it is good. And so the Salina Liberty leading 27-14 here in the second quarter in Dodge City. We come back, a kickoff to Dodge coming up right after this.
And can I get a Coke?
Depends.
On what?
If we get it at McDonald's.
That because you can't get a Coke from McDonald's at home deal. Any size soft drinks are always $1, only on the McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu.
You can tell this is really crispy, juicy, and tender because we wouldn't take the time to butter all these potato buns if it wasn't worth it. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
27-14, the Salina Liberty on top after scoring once again 4 for 4 They've got 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns in this game. And once again, all their offensive possessions have started in Dodge City territory. That one on first down, Dominique Carson takes it from 21 yards out into the end zone again. And now the Liberty kicking off once again. Jimmy Allen from his own goal line. Antoine Goodley, Gerald Thomas will be back for Dodge City. Salina Liberty. They're all white road uniforms trimmed in Columbia blue and red. Dodge City Law, despite being down here by 13, are really hung tough. See if they can come back with another answer. It's going to be a squib kick right up the middle. Boy, it takes a nice bounce. Feel it at the 6-yard line, and that is Antoine Goodley. And Goodley then brought down at the 13-yard line. See where they spot that. But, boy, it looked like he had a little room to run, and then Liberty kickoff return team, they've been terrific. This is a good football team. Let's see who got in on the tackle there. It looked like Travis Taylor, yes. Travis Taylor, who was a rookie in 2017 with the original Dodge City Law, makes that tackle. 6'3", 235-pound defensive lineman out of Murray State. So for Dodge City, they'll be starting once again deep in their own territory. On their own 13-yard line, first down and 10. And Jalen Lowe, looks like they're going to go all the way with him as quarterback. Again, Ray-John Austin Ramsey started first possession, and they went 3 and out, and he went out of the game. And that pass was completed to Zuri Davis. He did catch it just shy of the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 19. That's a pickup of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down and 4 for Dodge City. Law trying to continue these long, time-consuming drives, trying to keep the Liberty offense off the field. That has been somewhat successful, but when the Liberty offense has gone on the field, they didn't take too much time themselves to score. All right, Lowe. Hands off to Goodley out of the backfield, and Goodley has his shirt tail pulled from behind and still breaks away. And gets a Dodge City first down as the old ESPN logo. We talked about this turf used in a movie. Well, that logo kind of sliding all around. They got to put it back in place. And this turf was used in a movie about the Kurt Warner, the American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story, filmed in Oklahoma City. And then the Oklahoma Flying Aces out of Enid, which are now the Dodge City Law, bought that turf, brought it with them when they moved to Dodge. So you can see this turf in a movie when it comes out in December. Now nearly a fumble as Zuri Davis taking the handoff, able to hold on and retain possession, and that would have been huge turnover because you do not want to give the Liberty this ball back anywhere on the field. So that brings up second down and 14, a loss of 4 on the play. Jalen Lowe spent a lot of time over there getting instructions from his head coach, Richard Davis, and again, not in a hurry to get to that huddle at all. Bring in the play. Keep that clock going. Try to move the ball downfield, obviously, but don't be in a big hurry. Sometimes that's the best defense, is to keep that offense off the field, but it has not quite worked that way because Salina's offense is perfect today. And now, maybe taking too much time. That's a delay of game against Dodge City, so a penalty against the law. So maybe he needs to walk a little faster to that huddle. 9:44 left to go here in the first half of play. So that will be second down and 19, and the ball now back at the 15-yard line. Receivers in motion. They can't go forward before the ball snapped. Lowe's going to go down, though. He is sacked. Rusty Becker. Yeah, Becker there with the sack, number 92 for the Liberty. 6'3", 290-pound defensive lineman. University of California, Berkeley. He's a Cal Bear, the big tackle. And that'll make it 3rd and 19. Actually, more than that. So I'll move that ball back low. When he has gotten back to pass, he's had a couple of completions, but he has been under pressure a couple times as well. That's the second sack of the game for Salina. Clock running under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Low at his own 5-yard line. The ball would be marked at the 11. And the pass over the middle. He's got a man at near the 20. It's going to be shy of a first down. They'll bring up fourth down. Zuri Davis with the catch. Zuri Davis has been an outstanding receiver so far at Dodge City in these first 3 games of the law. He's got a couple of touchdown passes. In fact, the home opener, he had one of the great catches we've seen all season. A one-handed grab down near the 1-yard line in a crowd that set up a Dodge City touchdown against Wyoming. He is an outstanding receiver. And now try yet another field goal attempt, a long one. This has not gone well for the Law. They've had 2. One was kicked into the seats at midfield. The last time the kick was blocked and went into the end zone. Dodge City recovered for the touchback. Here's the kick from Brent Mathis, and this time he's got some distance, but it is way wide left. And Salina will take over after the missed field goal. So that is the 3rd time Dodge City has gone out on downs. They've had the ball 5 times, so they're 2 for 5. And Salina will have the ball again in good field position, as that ball will be brought to the 25-yard line in midfield. No, wait, 20-yard line, the 20. That's where the snap was on the field goal attempt. So, keeping track of this, their 5th possession. Now, we'll be at midfield. Okay. So it's at midfield. They have yet to start a drive in their own territory, but now, I spoke way too soon. The ball's going all the way back to the 5-yard line. Okay. Well, yeah, that's where the ball went. Anyway, the missed field goal goes to the 5, I'm told. All right. Tyree Adams, receivers to the near side, and he's in trouble in his own end zone. Breaks out of gets free and completes the pass on the near sideline to Tracy Brooks, Mr. Everything. And, man, that was a terrific play by Tyree Adams. He was in trouble in his own end zone as the pressure there from Dodge City. And then he rolls to his right, throws all the way across the field. They always say it's a bit of ill-advised, but he found Tracy Brooks wide open, thrown across his body, and Brooks breaks out of there for the first down. Man. Law, some good defense, and then a terrific play. That was Obi Ahioma, by the way, on the applying the pressure to the quarterback, the defensive end for Dodge City. So, ball now at the 22-yard line, and they run right up the middle. And again, Tracy Brooks, he's gone. Wow. That was too easy. Tracy Brooks takes the handoff, big hole up the middle, spins off the tackle right there, breaks another one. Josh Wilson stiff armed him and into the end zone for the touchdown. Wow. So, 5 for 5. Salina, 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns. Jimmy Allen will try the extra point again. They're up now 33-14, and the extra point is good. The Liberty have stretched their advantage to 20, 34-14 over the Dodge City Law with 6:57 left to go in the first half from United Wireless Arena in Dodge City. Back after this.
Sutherland's. We've been your home improvement store since DIY was more than a saying, but an actual way of life. When a power saw meant 2 men and a crosscut saw, we've seen a lot of American history. The Dust Bowl, World War I and World War II. We've seen Americans race into space and 18 presidents run this great country. We were your great-grandfather's lumber store and will be your great-grandson's lumber store. We've watched and helped America become America, and we aren't going anywhere. Sutherland's, your home improvement store for the next century.
34-14, the Salina Liberty on top of Dodge City, 34-14. Again, the Liberty have had the ball 5 times, and they have scored a touchdown on all 5 possessions. That was the first time they started deep in their own territory from the 5-yard line. Tyree Adams scrambled out of trouble in his own end zone, completed a pass to Tracy Brooks, who brought it out to the 21-yard line, got the first down, and then from there Brooks took a handoff. Goes 29 yards on the touchdown. The extra point is good, 34-14. Really the only mistake Liberty have made on offense is a missed extra point. As Jimmy Allen will kick off again from his own goal line. And this time the Law really need an answer. Stay in this game. That ball will bounce out of bounds at the 5-yard, near the 5-yard line. Let's see where they mark that one. 6:57 left to go in the first half. Dodge City will be getting their 6th possession of the game. They have scored twice. And they have tried 3 field goals that have not worked out. One was blocked, one went in the crowd, and another was wide left. Jalen Lowe back in a quarterback. That ball will be at the 5-yard line. Dodge City's own 5-yard line. First down and 10. Just under 7 minutes to go. The clock is running here in the first half of play. Jalen Lowe out of the shotgun. He'll be standing just across the goal line in his own end zone as he sends receivers to the far side. He fires over the kind of a push pass over there, and he's got his man, but it looks like there's going to be no gain on the play. Just a quick pass, quick out over there. And Sue, who caught that for Dodge City. A little sidearm action. And that's for Dodge City. Zuri Davis makes the catch, number 6 for the Dodge City Law. Zuri Davis, great athlete, high jumper in college. We've seen him make some spectacular plays this season so far. They say he did pick up a yard on the play, forward progress. So that ball marked at the 6-yard line. Second down and 9. 5:55, clock running. Lowe looked like he might run, and now he's going to throw and over across the other way and off the hands of his intended receiver. I believe that might be Torrance Carr. Don't have the numbers on the front of these jerseys for Dodge City. They're road jerseys. They're home jerseys. And that is Torrance Carr, number 11. Carr, a 6'4", 220-pound target. Oklahoma State University. Also, sometime a return man. He has not returned kicks today at all. We mentioned this several times in a couple games this season. He and Josh Stewart teamed up in college to design clothes together. Josh Stewart not active today for Dodge City. Third down and 9, ball on the 6-yard line. Lowe going to throw deep, kind of a balloon down here, and throws it up for grabs. It's caught! Oh my! It was thrown up for grabs, and how about Gerald Thomas? He goes up and grabs it. It's going to be first and goal to go. Wow. Gerald Thomas in a crowd of 2 defenders. Look at this again. Jalen Lowe just on the run. Not a spiral at all. That ball just floating, and it was deflected. And then Thomas on the ground makes the juggling catch at the 9-yard line. First and goal to go from the 9. Rashawn Stewart there on the coverage. First line, I cannot believe it. Big break for Dodge City. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Jalen Lowe just floated that one up, and somehow it took the lucky bounce and right into Gerald Thomas's hands, who was laying on the turf. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. Dodge City's going to talk it over as Jalen Lowe comes over to discuss things with Richard Davis, his head coach. They trail 34-14 with 4:46 left to go in the first half of play. Cameron Booty into the game. We have not seen Cameron Booty today. Standing running back for Dodge City, number 5 there. So Booty looks like he's going to be on the field here for this possession. Maybe he'll run the ball. He's been terrific. Booty good at catching passes also out of the backfield. Man, Gerald Thomas coming up with a huge catch for Dodge City. All the way down to the 9-yard line. It was not a pretty pass. As Lowe just floated that one up there. Looked like he had a little helium in it when he came down, but Gerald Thomas, ball deflected and he caught it on the ground. And here we go, Jalen Lowe with Cameron Booty in the backfield. Again, the only running plays we've seen in this game have been wide receivers taking the handoff. Lowe by himself in the backfield, and now it is he keeps it himself. A little stutter step and knocked out of bounds on the far sideline, and over the wall he goes out of bounds. A little extra push there. Fan there unfazed by a big football player coming her way. As Lowe goes over the wall, and that'll bring up second down and goal to go. They're announcing here, do not feed the players. They come over the wall. So, second down. That ball still marked at the 9-yard line. 4:27 to go. And we've got another delay here. I don't know if we got an injury or looks like we may have a equipment situation. That's Lamont McDonald, who had that great catch, set up one of Dodge City's second touchdown. I don't know, he's got a helmet issue, or is he injured? See, he's walking off the field there as he goes out the back wall of the end zone. So he may be injured, actually. That would be a loss. There's Lamont. Yeah, he's getting some help. EMTs over there here at United Wireless Arena. His left hand may have cut it. Anyway, it's going to be second down. That ball is marked at the 8-yard line, so it was a pick of a yard on the play there. Second down and goal to go from the 8-yard line for Dodge City. Jalen Lowe, the quarterback. Gerald Thomas, Goodley in motion. Pass is intercepted in the end zone. Big turnover for Dodge City as that was picked off in the end zone by Naquan Thomas, the linebacker, as Jalen Lowe, not a good one that time, tried to find his receiver Antoine Goodley, and he was not open, and he threw it right into the hands of Naquan Thomas. And that is a bad break for Dodge City. They really needed to get on the board here again and not hand the ball over to Liberty, but they do on the interception. So the Liberty will have the ball from their own 5-yard line to start another drive. In 5 for 5. 5 touchdowns on every possession. And see if they can make it 6 for 6 as Dodge City, they're playing some pretty good defense. Now a flag is flying, but man, that is Dominic Carson, and he refuses to go down. Carson, by the way, another former Dodge City Law player on the original Dodge City Law franchise. 5'5", 150 pounds. Look at this, just not going down. All kinds of black jerseys around him and grabbing him, and then a yellow flag comes in. Let's see what the penalty is. May have an illegal defense against Dodge City. And that will be, and that's a 5-yard penalty, and I'll take it out to the 10-yard line. So it'll be first down and 5 for the Liberty. Here's the pass out to the near sideline, breaks the tackle, and that's Ed Smith. Fort Hays State Tiger, Ed Smith, former Tiger, 5'10", 175-pound wide receiver. So he breaks the tackle, and Liberty does a good job of breaking tackles. We've seen Dodge City, they've had good pursuit and good coverage and just can't make the stop. So the ball now at the 20, it's first down and 10, and a pitch out to Carson. Carson takes it across the 25-yard line. The Liberty have had tremendous success running the football. They've had 2 long touchdown runs in this game, as Dominic Carson had a 21-yard run. Tracy Brooks had a 29-yard run for the TD. Pick of about 8 on the play. Second down and 2, the ball at the 23. Salina Liberty up 34-14. And now, this time, Carson is wrapped and brought down. Jaden Dobbs on the tackle, the leading defensive player for this Dodge City Law football team. Number 7. They call him Thor because of the hair. Carson. Man, little guy, he is still hard to bring down. I mean, Dobbs had a great line on him, and the little man is strong. That's going to bring up third down and 2 as Tyree Adams out of the shotgun. No running back this time. He's going deep, and he's got a man. No, it's knocked away at the last moment. Great defense from the Dodge City D, and that is defensive back number 21 for Dodge City is Josh Wilson. Josh Wilson, who got ejected last week in the first quarter at Wichita for targeting. Back in there today for Dodge City, and he comes away with a terrific play. And that's going to bring up fourth down. Can Dodge City, this is the second fourth down in this game, only the second time they've had fourth down for Liberty. Dodge City could not stop him, has yet to stop him. Let's see if they can do it here. Tyree Adams back to pass. Looking, and he's going to be brought down. Did they get enough yardage there for the first down? He got a little extra effort there. Ben Hughes made the tackle for Dodge. There he is, Ben, number 71 from Oklahoma State. Tyree Adams had nobody open and kept it himself. Hughes wrestles him to the ground. Have a bulldog play. And I believe he gets the first down. Or did he? That ball is going to be marked at the 20. And it's going to be a first down at the 21-yard line. So the Liberty drive will stay alive. In their sixth possession, they have. Wait a second. Did they? 2:05 left to go here in this first half. I think Dodge City actually took over on downs. They do mark that shy of the first down. Wow, big defensive stop for Dodge City. Huge. And so Jalen Lowe with an opportunity to get his team on the board once again before the first half ends. Just under 2 minutes to play. Not a lot of celebration there from that Dodge City defense after that stop, but they do the job. And Antoine Goodley has the pass on the far sideline, knocked out of bounds. Big pickup on the play of about 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Antoine Goodley. Just a little toss and catch over there. And Jalen Lowe, the quarterback. He's been the quarterback since early in the first quarter, replacing Ray-John Austin Ramsey. Last possession, they had the ball first and goal to go, and Lowe threw an interception in the end zone. Now Lowe back to pass. He's going to shovel this one out and incomplete. He and Antoine Goodley not on the same page that time. Goodley going one way and the ball going the other, and that's incomplete. Now bring up 3rd and 1. Ball at the 20-yard line. Antoine Goodley had a Heisman Trophy winner throwing in passes in college at Baylor University, Robert Griffin III. In Goodley, an All-American at Baylor. 54 seconds left to go, and that's actually going to be the 1-minute warning here. So we got the 1-minute warning here in the first half with Salina on top of Dodge City, 34-14. Back with more right after this.
Your property is a big investment as well as a reflection of you. Keep it looking its best with the best. Your local BTI dealer is where you'll find the latest utility equipment from John Deere. Tough skid steers and small tractors perfect for any job. John Deere Utility Equipment and BTI, two of the best to have on your side. Because at the end of the day, we're here for you. BTI with locations in Buckland, Great Bend, Greensburg, Hoxie, Nez City, and Pratt. Our family in partnership with your family.
Dodge City Law have an opportunity here to get on the board before the end of the first half. At the Salina 20-yard line, it'll be 3rd down and 1 when we get back to action. Again, this has been the 1-minute warning. We have a 1-minute warning at the end of both halves in the arena game. There's Richard Davis, again, the head coach of Dodge City, the general managing partner of this franchise. And Dodge City had a terrific opportunity on their last possession. Jalen Lowe threw the interception in the end zone. But how about the Law defense coming up finally with a stop against the Liberty offense? First time that's happened in this game. Now Jalen Lowe will be operating over center. That's Ben Hughes at center. And now the handoff to Cameron Booty. Booty fights his way up across the 20. Did he get that 1 yard for the first down? Just a straight handoff there to Cameron Booty. First time we've seen Booty run the ball today. Did not play a lot. Did not play at all in the first quarter. In the running plays for Dodge City so far earlier were all handoffs to wide receivers, including a touchdown run from Antoine Goodley. And that is 1st down and 10, the ball at the 19. And Lowe finds his man, Torrance Carr, at the 15-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. That clock is running. 25 seconds to go. Dodge City needs to hurry up and try to strike here and get on the board before the end of the first half. Lowe looking. He's got time. Rolls to his left. He's going to run it. Crosses the 10 and then reaches out of bounds. Stop the clock, goes out of bounds, and it'll be 11 seconds left. And that will bring up 1st down and goal to go. Not sure the 1st down matters at this point with just 11 seconds left, but certainly the field possession is terrific as the ball will be marked, I believe, at the 6-yard line for Dodge City. Yes, at the Salina 6. 1st and goal to go. 34-14. Opportunity for, I would, probably 2 more plays of 11 seconds. They'll run it. Lowe's going to throw it or run it, and he dishes off, and that play not going anywhere. that was all over the place. Cameron Booty with the catch out of the backfield as Lowe, a little indecisive here, decides the run, and then, wow, that was a great catch by Booty going up with a one-handed, but pick up a yard maybe on the play. Ball at the 5-yard line. 4 seconds, so this is it. 4 seconds left to go in the first half. Dodge City at the ball at the Salina 5-yard line, and they really could use some points here. This will be the final play, most likely, of the first half with just 4 seconds. 34-14. Liberty on top. Law, they've been hanging tough against this team, but they really need a score here. Gerald Thomas, Torrance Carr here on the near sideline, the receivers. Lowe's going to throw it the other way, throws it up for grabs and over Cameron Booty's head, and that's it. I believe time has run out. Incomplete, and that is the end of the first half of play. So a frustrated Cameron Booty walks off the field. Halftime in Dodge City, the Salina Liberty leading the Dodge City Law 34-14. We're back with more right after this. Welcome back to United Wireless Arena in Dodge City. Leon Leba with you on the broadcast today. Halftime, Salina Liberty leading the Dodge City Law 34-14, champions indoor football. And in that first half, again, the Salina Liberty, they are the unbeaten Liberty and the top team in the league, and showing why. Very efficient on offense, 6 possessions, 5 touchdowns. Dodge City Law coming up with at least 1 stop there late in the first half. Now the Law, despite being down 20 points, certainly had their opportunities, had a couple of good drives. capped out by scoring opportunities as we take a look at the crowd here at halftime in Dodge City. But the Law of the last two possessions, they got the ball deep in Salina territory. First and goal to go inside the 10. Had an interception in the end zone, and then their last possession right before the first half ended, they just ran out of time. They could not convert in the red zone once again. And so at halftime, the Salina Liberty leading 34-14. Dodge City will be kicking off to start the second half here at United Wireless Arena. As we take a look, there's Richard Davis of his defense talking it over. Number 7 there, his top defensive player, Jaden Dobbs. And the key here, again, Dodge City was trying to be very deliberate on offense in the first half. You know, eat up some time, try to keep that Liberty offense off the field to no avail. One thing that really helped Salina was field position. Is only twice they started drives in their own territory, both on their own 5-yard line. And one, they went for a 45-yard touchdown drive. And then the second time they started from their own 5, Dodge City was able to stop them on downs. But again, very efficient offense, terrific team. Haran O'Neal, the head coach, Hall of Famer, again, elected this year to the Arena Football Hall of Fame. So he's a longtime arena coach, had a lot of success with the Billings franchise several years ago. Also coached in Colorado. Was an assistant, a defensive coordinator in Dodge City for the original Dodge City Law. 2017, he was also their director of recruiting. At 2017 team for Dodge City was pretty good, and then they all kind of fell apart there at the end, and the team left the league and then folded eventually. But here we are back with the new version of the Law, and they'll be kicking off to start the second half. Brent Mathis doing the duties. So he lines it up on the goal line. Dodge City 2-1 coming into this game. We knew it was going to be a big challenge against this Liberty team. And the Liberty have averaged just under 54 points a game, 53.8 to be exact. And here they are at 34 at halftime. It's going to be a high kick into the end zone, and it'll be brought out for Liberty. That is Naquan Thomas. Crosses the 25, crosses midfield. Check that. That is Tracy Brooks. Tracy Brooks, the all-purpose everything, plays running back. He's got a couple touchdowns in this game out of the running back position, a 3-yard run and a 29-yard run. And that will be first down and 10 as Tyree Adams, the quarterback, number 5 for Salina, comes onto the field. And once again, the Liberty starting a possession in Dodge City territory. Amazing. As that ball is marked at the 23-yard line. Tyree Adams out of the shotgun. He's all by himself. He's going to lob one up down the near sideline and out of bounds against the wall. And that was intended for Tracy Brooks. Again, Brooks, a couple years ago, led this Liberty team in almost every offensive category, receiving, all-purpose yards, and rushing. And that was just out of his reach and incomplete. Second down and 10, the ball at the 23-yard line. This time, Tracy Brooks will line up as a running back right next to his quarterback there out of the shotgun. Dodge City Law could really use a stop on this opening drive in the second half. Pass out to the far sideline, caught by Chad Steinwalks. Kind of a little jailbreak pass over there, a little screen action as they set up the blocking. And he comes back the other way. Looking at all that blocking right there. He crosses the 20, gets it down to the 17-yard line. Now bring up third down and 3 for Salina. As they have really made it look easy on offense for the most part. This team can really run the football, which really makes it difficult to defend. And we're going to have movement up front as the flags fly. See if we've got offsides or a false start. Our referee, Jason Wetzel, will let us know as soon as he knows. Just underway, a second half action at United Wireless Arena on this Mother's Day afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed your day and enjoyed some football. And it is offsides against Dodge City. So the Law give Salina a first down. Cannot make those kind of mistakes against this Liberty offense. Has the ball now marked at the 12-yard line, first down and 10. Tyree Adams again with Tracy Brooks in the backfield. And they also have Dominic Carson has come in. They've got a pretty good 1-2 punch back there as running backs. And this is Brooks. It's Adams. A bit of a zone read there as he decides to keep it himself. Goes up the middle. The quarterback keeper pick up about a yard, 2 on the play. And it's going to bring up second down and 8 for the Liberty. It's the Law on the Liberty in Dodge. 34-14, Salina on top as we're just underway a second half action. The first possession of the second half here. Salina in the all-white road uniforms. 2 receivers to the far side. Now the pass wide open at the 5-yard line, but brought down hard as that is Chad Steinwalks with the catch. Steinwalks again 6'4", 220 pounds. Little fake toss, and then Adams hits the big man, but boom, right there with the tackle for Dodge City. And that's Ivan King. We haven't mentioned Ivan's name today. It's been an effective defensive player for Dodge City. Comes out with a big hit right there. Third down and 3, the ball at the 5-yard line. Adams. His receiver, Ed Smith, in motion on the far side, but he's going to pitch out to Brooks, and he spins down to the 1-yard line. That'll be a first and goal to go. Tracy Brooks, he is just a terrific weapon for this Liberty team. As we mentioned, he's so versatile, can do so many things, but they have got a really nice running team with Brooks and Carson in that backfield. And Tracy Brooks has done so much just on this possession. He took the kickoff and gave him great field possession. Now he's had a couple of big runs. Ball at the 1-yard line, first and goal to go for Salina. Leading by 20, and Adams going to throw it. He's got his man Steinwalks wide open over there in the corner of the end zone. Big target, big man goes up and makes the catch. Chad Steinwalks with his second touchdown. 1-yard touchdown catch, and that really caught Dodge City off guard. Ivan King way out of position on the coverage over there as Steinwalks was wide open. And that's going to make it 40-14. 6 for 7 on touchdowns now. 7 possessions in this game for Salina. They've made every extra point except one. Jimmy Allen in to do the duties, and the kick is up, and it is good. 41-14 to start the second half. Salina on top of Dodge City. The Law will be taking the kickoff when we return from United Wireless Arena.
And can I get a Coke?
Depends.
On what?
If we get it at McDonald's.
That because you can't get a Coke from McDonald's at home deal. Any size soft drinks are always $1, only on the McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu.
You can tell this is really crispy, juicy, and tender because we wouldn't take the time to butter all these potato buns if it wasn't worth it. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, back here, just second half action underway, and Salina Liberty already scoring 41-14 as they took the opening kickoff of the second half. Took it all the way down to the Dodge City 23-yard line on Tracy Brooks' return. And he capped it off with a 1-yard touchdown pass. Tyree Adams to Chad Steinwalks, wide open in the end zone for the touchdown, and the extra point was good. And again, Salina has nearly been perfect in this game. 7 possessions and 6 touchdowns, leading now 41-14. Dodge City, let's see if they go with Jalen Lowe at quarterback here. Get the kickoff first. Jimmy Allen kicks it up, and that's going to bounce in the end zone. Going to bring it out at the 10, then up near the 15, maybe cross. That's Antoine Goodley. Goodley has been returning all the kicks for Dodge City in this game. And the outstanding wide receiver has been billed as one of the top exciting players for Dodge City, but we haven't seen much of him until today. He's been injured with an injured foot. Dodge City will have Jalen Lowe at quarterback again. Again, Ray-John Austin Ramsey started the game. And then went out after the first possession when they went 3 and out. And Lowe has come back in, has been the quarterback the entire way. Jalen Lowe has a 2-yard touchdown run as he has the ball at his own 15-yard line. First down and 10 for the Law. 2 receivers to the far side going in motion before the snap. He can do that. Lowe is going to keep it himself, though. Crosses to 20, out of bounds on the near sideline, and that will be short of a first down. They'll bring up second down, but a pick of about 8 on the play. Let's see where they spot the ball. So he reaches over that wall. Fans hoping they can grab that ball from him, but to no avail. It is second down and 2, a pick of 8 on the play. Jalen Lowe, the quarterback out of Langston University. 6 foot, 200 pounds. Good athlete. Running the ball, and let's see, he's going to hand up. Inside receiver, or running back, that's Cameron Booty across the midfield into Salina territory. We have not seen Booty a lot in this game. He did not play in the first quarter. Finally came in the second, late in the second. Cameron Booty gets the big block there from Lamont McDonald, who is back in, by the way. He went out with an injury earlier. And that is first down and 10. That ball marked at the Salina 17. So the third consecutive possession going back to the first half. Dodge City's had the ball in Salina, deep in Salina territory. See if they can take advantage. Booty again. Booty up the middle. Crosses the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A pick of a 3 on the play. Yeah, we talked about the Law being very deliberate on offense in the first half, perhaps trying to keep the ball away from that Liberty offense. Right now, you just got to score. You got to get some points. Try to play catch up here. As Lowe, though, doesn't seem to be in a big hurry. As once again he strolls over the huddle, takes the play from his head coach Richard Davis. So we're at the 10-minute mark here in the third quarter. Lamont McDonald, a big blocker up front, and he's going to hand off to Gerald Thomas. A little sweep on the far side, and he is knocked out of bounds on the wall. And I'll bring up third down as he picked up about 3 on the play. Gerald Thomas, number 3 for Dodge City. Driven out of bounds by Naquan Thomas, who's an outstanding defensive player for this Salina team. Thomas has an interception in this game as well. He's been all over the place. Third down and 5, the ball at the 12-yard line. Lowe, wide receivers. He's going to hand off. Yes, he does. That's Booty again. Crosses the 10 down to the 8-yard line, and that'll be short of a first down. Pick up a 4 on the play, so that'll bring up 4th down and 1 for Dodge City. In Booty. Look at that big block there from Lamont McDonald, number 55 for Dodge City. Man, putting a big old body on Naquan Thomas. Giving Booty a couple extra yards maybe. 4th down and 1, though, is again the Law trying to take advantage of these opportunities. They've had difficulty scoring in the red zone. As Lowe's going to keep it himself, the quarterback keeper, and then he has it as he gets a little more than maybe even bargained for it as he spins away from the line of scrimmage. Gets about 2 yards on the play, and that's going to bring a first down and goal to go for Dodge City as we see it again. Lowe, and then, hey, I got a little room here. He's finally brought down by Isaiah Barfield, defensive back out of KU, former Jayhawk Barfield. First down and goal to go from the 6-yard line for Dodge City. Crowd kind of getting into it a little bit here. United Wireless Arena. I think we got a "Let's Go Law" chant going here. 8.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Jalen Lowe got his receivers in motion. Going to hand off to the Booty. Cameron Booty zigzags his way into the end zone for the Dodge City touchdown. Cameron Booty gives Dodge City the touchdown. You can hear the crowd. They are not booing. It is Booty as he gets into that end zone with 6 yards out for the touchdown. On first down, Cameron Booty. And Dodge City really needed that. Remember, no team has got within 25 on the final score of this Salina team. They have won by an average of 31. Their two closest games, 25 points, against Omaha and Sioux City. Dodge City have a chance to make it cut the lead to 20, and they do. As Brent Mathis' extra point is good. 41-21, Dodge City on the board to answer here in the second half. We're back with more in the third quarter right after this.
Sutherland's. We've been your home improvement store since DIY was more than a saying, but an actual way of life. When a power saw meant 2 men and a crosscut saw, we've seen a lot of American history. The Dust Bowl, World War I and World War II. We've seen Americans race into space and 18 presidents run this great country. We were your great-grandfather's lumber store and will be your great-grandson's lumber store. We've watched and helped America become America, and we aren't going anywhere. Sutherland's, your home improvement store for the next century.
Well, now Dodge City got on the board with a quick touchdown here to start their first possession of the second half. See if the defense can come up with a very important stop. They need to do that against this Salina offense. It's been difficult, though. They've only done it once in this entire game. 41-21, Dodge City, though, answering the Liberty's touchdown here to start the third quarter. As they'll be kicking off, Brent Mathis from his own goal line. And once again, the Liberty have had terrific field possession all game. Only twice they have started in their own territory. So they've had good kickoff returns. Mathis, see what his strategy will be here. Dominic Carson, one of the return men. Him and Tracy Brooks kind of trade off those roles, running back and return. And here's the kick, and it is a squib. Did that touch a Salina player? Doesn't matter. They pick it up at the 20, and they cross midfield. They'll have the ball again in Dodge City territory. As Brent Mathis, the kicker, makes the tackle. How about that? Shaq Bradford, the up man. That's the second time he's returned a kick on a short kick. Mathis, though, makes the tackle for Dodge City. The high bounce. Bradford picks it up, and, Dobbs got in on him first, but then the kicker, Mathis, finishes him off. That was terrific. Brett Mathis is a big guy, 6 foot, 215 pounds. So it's 1st and 10, the ball at the Dodge City 22-yard line. Tariq Adams. You know, he's an outstanding quarterback, but he's really got so many weapons to choose from. So he hands off. Pitches out to Brooks. Brooks bounces off a defender as he crosses the 20-yard line. Tracy, check that. It is Dominic Carson. Dominic Carson, number 21. Brooks is number 2. Carson, the little guy, 5'5", 150. He is strong. Look at that change of direction there. And then, he bounced off his own man. That was Ed Smith in front of him, the wide receiver. Then brought down across the 20. 2nd down to 3, a pickup of 7 on the play. Ball marked at the 19-yard line of Dodge City. Going back to Tariq Adams, the quarterback. In this game, he's been pretty much I hate to use that term game manager, but he hasn't had to make any really big passes. Just look at that. Pitches out to Dominic Carson, carrying that ball with one hand and spins his way down to the 5. Crosses inside the 5-yard line, I believe. And, boy, he's exciting. Look at this. That is a straight pitch. Carrying that ball like a loaf of bread, as they used to say. Little bounces off, spins, and down at the 5. 1st down and goal to go. They're going to mark it at the 7, I guess. 7-yard line is where they said he went down. And Dominic Carson on the right side of his quarterback, Adams. Adams does have a couple touchdown passes. Oh, man, Carson gets stacked up hard at the line of scrimmage. Big defensive stop there from Dodge. And it looks like we may have an injured Law player on the ground. Let's see. And again, he kind of ran into his own man. Dobbs, though, comes up with the tackle. Jaden Dobbs wraps him from behind. Dodge City player down on the field, injured, and as Richard Davis checks him. Not sure we've got a number on right now. Again, no numbers on the front of their jerseys, their home jerseys. So a timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout. It is Salina leading Dodge City 41-21. 6:25 left to go in the third quarter.
Your property is a big investment as well as a reflection of you. Keep it looking its best with the best. Your local BTI dealer is where you'll find the latest utility equipment from John Deere. Tough skid steers and small tractors perfect for any job. John Deere Utility Equipment and BTI, two of the best to have on your side. Because at the end of the day, we're here for you. BTI with locations in Buckland, Great Bend, Greensburg, Hoxie, Nez City, and Pratt. Our family in partnership with your family.
For a true taste of the old Wild West, get the heck into Dodge. For entertainment at its best, get the heck into Dodge. Walk out on old Boot Hill, you can feel the spirit still, but you just won't know until you get the heck into Dodge.
Make plans to get the heck into Dodge. See cowboys at a rodeo. Try your luck at cards or slots at the casino. Car races, gunfights. You can even walk the boardwalk at Boot Hill. Make plans to visit Dodge City and get the heck into Dodge.
DC3 has it all. From in-person classes to virtual, we've got you covered. Faster certification, fatter paychecks. Trade up to a better life.
Injured Dodge City player still on the field and now helped up. That's Josh Wilson, number 21 for the Dodge City Law, as he has helped off the field defensive back. Wilson out of Baylor University. He's been a good player for this team. Got ejected last week for a targeting call in the first quarter at Wichita. And now goes out of the game with an injury here. It'll be second down and goal to go for Salina, as they'll have the ball on their own 6-yard line. And again, the little man, Dominique Carson, the running back, lines up on the left side of his quarterback and made a movement there. No play action, pass into the end zone. And was that caught? I believe it may have been caught. Salina Liberty players say yes, as that was Ed Smith, a former Fort Hays State Tiger. Went over the wall. The officials are discussing it. By the way, I don't think there was any flags on the play, as I thought there was some movement, but not play action. Tyree Adams, very poised, throws, and he caught it right at the top of the wall, and I'm not sure what the ruling on that is. Liberty says touchdown. The official's going to be discussing this one, and I would not be surprised if they go over and look at the monitor to review this. Again, the referee there in the white hat, Jason Wetz, talking it over to his crew. Liberty wants another touchdown. Again, 8th possession of this game. Looking for their 7th touchdown. So once again, let's watch it. Adams going to the corner. Ed Smith up high, knocks it down with one hand, and that ball looked like it might have even bounced on the wall before he actually took possession. And it was not going to be a touchdown, but I'm not sure what the call there was. I could not hear him, honestly. No, they are going to review it. Okay, they are going to review it as they come over to look this one over. This is going to be interesting. From my perspective, I thought he might have actually not even caught the ball. The ball bounced on the wall before he took possession, and did he go over the wall and out of bounds after he caught it, or before he caught it? Let's see, right there, as I'm looking at a monitor. Yeah, it's going to be close. We'll see. There was no ruling on the field. We got to remember that as well. No ruling. I don't even think they called that in. If I can get a word from our people there, I don't think there was even an incomplete call on that play. It was just complete confusion. Ed Smith, the wide receiver, Fort Hays State Tiger from Miami, Florida. Had a tremendous college career for Fort Hays. As the Dodge City crowd making some noise again here. Very enthusiastic Mother's Day Sunday afternoon crowd at United Wireless Arena. In Dodge City fans, they love their arena football. This was a pretty good franchise going until 2017 when they left the league. CIF really wanted to get a team back in this tremendous facility. And this was a sudden move by the franchise out of Enid, Oklahoma up to Dodge City. So these fans, kind of a pleasant surprise, all of a sudden got some spring indoor football as the officials continue to look at the monitor here to review this play. 41-21, Salina on top of the Dodge City Law. 6:14 left to go in the third quarter. And here we go. Officials are back out on the field. And Jason Wetz, the referee, will tell us what the ruling's going to be. See if we can hear him. Said he had his hands underneath the football and maintained possession as he was going over the wall. That is a touchdown for Salina. 6-yard touchdown catch for Ed Smith. Tyree Adams with another touchdown pass. And now Salina will keep track of this. 7 of 8 on their 8 possessions, 7 touchdowns. 47-21, the extra point coming up with Jimmy Allen. Allen kicking from the 10-yard line. Makes that about an 18-yard extra point attempt, and it's good. 48-21, the Liberty stretches their lead once again. 6:14 left to go in the third quarter. Back with more from United Wireless Arena in Dodge City right after this.
We knew it was time to make these when we started asking things like, wouldn't it be nice to be able to get a warm cinnamon roll right now? And why can't this kind of muffin come from the same place as a McMuffin? And isn't your coffee lonely without company from a glazed apple fritter? Well, consider these our 3 resounding yeses. Meet the new bakery sweets at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, back at United Wireless Arena. Salina now with their second touchdown in the third quarter, leading 48-21 as they just scored on an exciting touchdown catch. Ed Smith over the wall in the end zone. They reviewed it for a long time, said he maintained possession, had possession, and so it is a touchdown, and now the Liberty with that 48-21 advantage. Jimmy Allen will be kicking off for Salina. He's done that a lot today. As that is the 7th touchdown of the game for the Liberty on 8 possessions. Dodge City Law will get possession on the kickoff here. They scored on their first possession here to start the third quarter. And they'll need to answer. They'll need more than just one answer, though, obviously. Jimmy Allen from Grand Rapids Community College kicking off, and it's going to be a high floater into the end zone. Antoine Goodley will bring it out at the 10-yard line, crosses the 15 and pushed up against the wall on the near sideline, and that's where Dodge City will again start another possession, their second possession here in the third quarter. 6:08 remaining in the third. Goodley wrestled out there by Chad Steinwalks on the kickoff team. Chad Steinwalks, a wide receiver for Salina, has a couple touchdown catches in this game. See Cameron Booty back in. Booty's been pretty effective here since he's got back in the lineup late in the second quarter. First down and 10, the ball at the 17-yard line of Dodge City. Jalen Lowe, the quarterback, did not start but took over on the second possession way back in the first quarter. Led Dodge City to 3 touchdowns, 1 here in the third. See if we can do it again. Play action. Lowe comes here to the near side. He's going deep into the end zone. Oh, it's intercepted. He had a man down there, but just floated it up for grabs. And Kendrick Harper comes up with the interception. Another former Kansas Jayhawk, 5'9", 180 pounds. And Jalen Lowe, he was off his back foot. We've seen him effective sometimes. That was just a duck as he's going for Gerald Thomas. Thomas 1-on-3, but wait, we've got a penalty. Or do we? Flag is down. I believe that penalty was against Dodge City, so it will be declined. Illegal substitution against the Dodge City law, so that penalty is declined. And the Liberty will have the football after the interception in the end zone, and they will start on their own 5-yard line, I believe. Yes. All right, possession number 9 in this game for Salina. Is so powerful and efficient on offense. They are a machine. They make it look easy with that running game and that passing game. Interesting that they actually run the ball in long yardage situations, and then when they get down to the goal lines, when they elect to pass. Adams, there it is, the handoff to Brooks. As he crosses the 5. And it's Tracy Brooks. Brooks and Carson really alternate in and out as the running backs. Really a 1-2 punch for this Liberty team. Adams, kind of a delayed handoff. And that'll bring up second down. The ball at the 8-yard line. Pick up a 3 on the play. Second down and 8, actually pick up a 2 as Adams goes back to pass, comes to the near side. He's got his man complete, across the 20-yard line. And that is Jahern Bird. First time we mentioned his name, a wide receiver, 6'2", 195 pounds. Adams, all kinds of time back there. Finds his man wide open. Crosses the 20. They'll mark it at the 21-yard line. That's a first down for the Liberty. Leading 48-21. Again, this team averages just under 54 points a game. 48 points with 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. They have been something to watch. Hand off to, no, Adams going to keep it himself. Quarterback crosses the Dodge City 20, inside the 20 up to about the 18-yard line. Decides to keep it himself, kind of a reverse pivot, comes around and crosses the into Dodge City territory. And that'll be another first down for Salina. The ball at the Law 18-yard line. Out of the shotgun, 2 receivers, nearly dropped the snap and then gets it off to Brooks. And Brooks wrapped up by Dobbs, but he just carries him. These running backs are really strong for Salina. They're just hard to bring down. Look at this again. Tracy Brooks just carries the defender. Jaden Dobbs on the tackle, but a pickup of 3 on the play. Second down and 7. For the Liberty, it's good look at Jaden Dobbs. It's been a tough day for this Dodge City defense. They've only stopped the Liberty once on downs. Pass into the end zone, and nobody there except for Dodge City, Ivan King, and over his head and out of bounds. Not sure what Adams was doing there. He had no receiver unless a receiver fell down, but let's watch again. Adams just threw that one up into the end zone, and nobody there except, again, Ivan King, who had a chance to come up with the interception. That was not completely over. That was off his hands. So third down and 7 from the 15-yard line. for the Liberty. 48-21, Salina on top, and Adams back to pass. He's got a man down at the 3-yard line, 2-yard line out of bounds. And that is complete. Is that Dominique Carson? Let's see, I catch the number there. That ball looked like it was nearly tipped and still caught. And Salina will have the ball first and goal to go. On the 3-yard line now, Tracy Brooks in the backfield, number 2. Look out for Brooks, and here he gets the pitch, comes around and reaches across the goal line and into the end zone for the Salina touchdown. Tracy Brooks does it again. That's a 3-yard TD run. And that'll make it 54-21 with the extra point coming up. And dare I mention this once again, 9 possessions, 8 touchdowns for Salina. A nearly perfect game for this offense. They've only been stopped once, and they've missed 1 extra point. Other than that, perfection. Jimmy Allen back in. As they have now reached their average and over. They averaged 53.8 a game. They got 55, and we still got time left in the third quarter. 55-21, Salina on top of Dodge City, in Dodge City. Back after this.
Your property is a big investment as well as a reflection of you. Keep it looking its best with the best. Your local BTI dealer is where you'll find the latest utility equipment from John Deere. Tough skid steers and small tractors perfect for any job. John Deere utility equipment and BTI, 2 of the best to have on your side. Because at the end of the day, we're here for you. BTI with locations in Buckland, Great Bend, Greensburg, Hoxie, Nez City, and Pratt. Our family in partnership with your family.
For a true taste of the old Wild West, get the heck into Dodge. For entertainment at its best, get the heck into Dodge. Walk out on old Boot Hill, you can feel the spirit still, but you just won't know until you get the heck into Dodge.
Make plans to get the heck into Dodge. See cowboys at a rodeo. Try your luck at cards or slots at the casino. Car races, gunfights. You can even walk the boardwalk at Boot Hill. Make plans to visit Dodge City and get the heck into Dodge.
Salina Liberty nearly unstoppable in this game, 55-21 over Dodge City with 2:09 left to go in the third quarter. Tracy Brooks into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the game on that last possession to cap off the drive. Jimmy Allen with the extra point will be kicking off once again. As Salina now up 55-21. Remember, they won by... They're 5-0 on the season. They've won by an average of 31 points. Up now by 34. As Antoine Goodley brings it out of the end zone for Dodge City. Check that's Gerald Thomas. Thomas up across the 15-yard line. And Dodge City will have their 3rd possession here in the third quarter. Again, they scored a touchdown on their first possession to answer a Liberty TD. And then Lowe on their last one threw an interception on first down into the end zone. Threw one up for grabs. And the Dodge City offense has been effective when they were operating on their own pace and trying to keep that ball away a little bit and going their own time. But now they've got to play where they really need the points quickly. So that might have affected him that last possession when Lowe went deep and threw the interception. He hands off to Antoine Goodley. Wide receiver taking the handoff and picks up a couple on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Goodley has taken a couple of handoffs out of the backfield as a running back. Has a touchdown in the first quarter. Not much room to run there as he is tackled from behind by Eddie Hamilton, defensive lineman for Salina. So we're near the 1.5-minute mark of the third quarter. Jalen Lowe out of the shotgun. Lowe in trouble. Now he's going to keep the ball himself. Crosses midfield. It tries to hop over or leap over the defender and is brought down. Spectacular yet awkward. First down, though, for the Law, as Lowe keeps it himself, escapes the pressure in the backfield, and then tries to go up for the hopping over DeAndre Roberts, the defensive back. First down and 10 for Dodge City. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter as they are in Salina territory at the 23-yard line. Lowe is going to keep it himself again, and this time he is brought down. For a loss on the play. It's like Lowe, I don't think he's going to keep it all the way as a running play. And that's Travis Taylor, again, the former Law player of the original Law franchise. He was a rookie in 2017 out here, along with his head coach, Haran O'Neal, who we've mentioned before. Was a defensive coordinator for Dodge City on that original Law franchise, several players. So this guy's familiar with United Wireless Arena. Clock winding down. This will be the last play of the third quarter, and it's going to be a little screen pass to the big lineman. Is that Lamont McDonald again? Yes, it is, the big man, but the nice catch. That's a nice little weapon to have, and that'll be the end of the third quarter of play. As watch it again. Yeah, a little screen action. McDonald makes the catch, crosses midfield, gets up to the 22-yard line, and that'll bring up third down for Dodge City when we return for the start. So the fourth quarter, 55-21, Salina Liberty on top of Dodge City. Back from United Wireless Arena right after this.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Sutherland's. We've been your home improvement store since DIY was more than a saying, but an actual way of life. When a power saw meant two men and a crosscut saw, we've seen a lot of American history. The Dust Bowl, World War I and World War II. We've seen Americans race into space and 18 presidents run this great country. We were your great-grandfather's lumber store and will be your great-grandson's lumber store. We've watched and helped America become America, and we aren't going anywhere. Sutherland's, your home improvement store for the next century.
Well, after a couple weeks off, the Salina Liberty team certainly rested, and, well, they look it as they came into this game. A lot of energy, and now leading 55-21 as we start the fourth quarter of play. And for Dodge City, it'll be third down and 7. The ball at the Salina 22-yard line after that pickup of about 7 on the play. A little screen pass to the big Lamont McDonald, who's got a couple of receptions in this game, the big offensive lineman. Been kind of playing as a blocking back for Dodge City. So you have him off the line of scrimmage. As we got a bit of a delay here, now we're ready for action. There's Lamont right in front of the quarterback, Jalen Lowe. Lowe with two receivers in motion to the far side, and now he's in trouble again. He's going to scramble out of it, and looking, and ducks a tackle. Still on his feet, comes the other way. Got the 20, high steps, the 15, and he's got a first down. Jalen Lowe all over the place, very effective. What was that high stepping thing about, though? That was something. Jalen Lowe right there gets out of trouble. Going to roll to his right, looking, and then he ducks the defense there. As that's Eddie Hamilton. And then right here, boom, boom. He had a little Deion Sanders action going there. Crosses the 15, and down he goes. First down at the 11-yard line. Jalen Lowe. Receivers in motion. Looking, and he's going to run it. Senses the pressure from behind at the 5, and he slides down at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up second down and short. Yeah, Lowe had a man right behind him there as he kind of sensed the pressure, did a nice job, and then goes down at the, I believe it's going to be at the 3. Yes, indeed. So 2nd down and 2 from the 3-yard line, so they can still get a first down without having to score a touchdown. Of course, you want the TD. Just under 14 minutes to go here in the final quarter of play from United Wireless Arena in Dodge City. Lowe's going to keep it himself, and he is stacked up right at the 2-yard line. Maybe not even that. No gain on the play, perhaps. Lowe goes down. They'll bring up 2nd down and short. When Jalen Lowe came into this game, and in the first possession he played, he ran the ball 3 consecutive times. Kind of a bit of a change-up from the Dodge City offense. Richard Davis, as he replaced the starter, Ray-John Austin Ramsey, who we have not seen. And Austin Ramsey might be shaken up a little bit. Remember, he got hurt last week against Wichita. Played 1 possession, went 3 and out. Here's the handoff to Gerald Thomas. Jet sweep to the far side, and Thomas trying to reach across the goal line, and ball comes loose, but I think he was down, and that will be short of the goal line. He may have a first down, though. There it is. Thomas bobbling the ball after the handoff. Fights his way and reaches. Looks like he reached across the 1-yard line. What do we got here? Nope. But wait. Yes, it is 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. So Gerald Thomas doing the job of getting the first down. Now Dodge City with some more opportunities here. Jalen Lowe over center this time. See if he keeps it himself. Quarterback keeper. Yes, indeed. And he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Dodge City. Jalen Lowe. 2nd touchdown run for the big quarterback. He's starting to look a little wore out there. He's ran the ball a lot on that last possession. 1-yard touchdown run. Dodge City starts the 4th quarter, getting on the board. And despite the margin of the lead here for Salina, Dodge City has done a nice job of kind of hanging around and trying to answer as much as they can. It's just the Liberty offense has just been too good. This is just too good of a football team, but the Law have continued to fight as Brett Mathis comes in to try the extra point. Bad snap. Mathis trying to pick it up, and loose ball everywhere, and now it is picked up by Dobbs. He throws it into the end zone to try the 2-point conversion. Now it's intercepted. The Liberty will try to return it back for their 2 points, and now the play is whistled dead. Oh, man, that was crazy. As Kendrick Harper thought he had a chance there. 55-27, Salina on top. 11:41 left to go in the game. We're back with more after this.
Your property is a big investment as well as a reflection of you. Keep it looking its best with the best. Your local BTI dealer is where you'll find the latest utility equipment from John Deere. Tough skid steers and small tractors perfect for any job. John Deere utility equipment and BTI, 2 of the best to have on your side. Because at the end of the day, we're here for you. BTI with locations in Buckland, Great Bend, Greensburg, Hoxie, Nez City, and Pratt. Our family in partnership with your family.
Now, after that crazy play on the conversion that did not work for Dodge City, we got an injured Dodge City player. And again, the bad snap, they picked up the loose ball. Dobbs threw it into the end zone. That's Dominic Logan is down, injured for Dodge City. Dobbs threw it into the end zone. It was picked up by Kendrick Harper, but then the play was ruled dead. I think he may have touched the wall and gone out of bounds when he caught it. Either way, we got an injured player for Dodge City. Hate to see that. That's the 2nd time. That's offensive guard Dominic Logan, 6'6", 310 pounds, out of Northwestern Oklahoma State. Josh Wilson's already gone out a couple plays ago on it, injured injury for Dodge City. Big Lamont McDonald coming over to check out his offensive line counterpart. McDonald's got 2 pass receptions in this game. Dominic Logan is finally helped up here, number 77 for Dodge City. Big man, 6'6", 310. So Salina will have the ball. Oh, wait a second, Dodge City will be kicking off here. Kind of lost track of a touchdown and messed up extra point happened so long ago. Well, now we are going to review, I think, the last play. What are they going to review here? Because the whistles blew, the play dead. Again, it was a botched snap. Jaden Dobbs picked it up for Dodge City and threw it into the end zone. And it was intercepted by Kendrick Harper, who was in the process of returning the ball, trying to return it for 2 points for Salina. And trying to figure out what they're trying to see here. So I'm looking at the replay monitor from my perspective. I can see that. And quite honestly, I'm not sure what they're looking at now. Dobbs threw the ball into the end zone. I'm seeing that right now. And Harper came up with the interception. By the way, what a catch by Harper! Yeah, he touched the wall after he caught it. No doubt about it. He was out of bounds. The official was right there. She kind of ducked her head and may have not seen that. But yeah, he touched the back of the wall and was out of bounds. That's what I'm calling it. Dodge City will be kicking off here once this review is complete. But again, it looks like the whistle blew anyway, and regardless if the call was right or wrong at that point, everybody stopped playing. So I'm still not clear on what they're actually looking at or trying to determine. But it certainly looked like Kendrick Harper, once he intercepted that pass in the back of the end zone, a terrific one-handed catch, by the way, did bounce into the back wall. 55-27. Again, 11:41 left to go in this game. Salina Liberty. Dodge City Law giving it the old college try today against this outstanding team. They have been hanging in there at times, but man, the Liberty, as we've mentioned, just so powerful on offense, an efficient machine. 9 possessions and 8 touchdowns in this game for Salina. And they will get possession here after whatever determination is made after the review. I think the referee, Jason Wetz, is coming back onto the field. Nope, not yet. They're still over there looking at the monitor. 55-27. Salina on top. The Liberty looking to stay perfect. They 5-0 coming in this game overall. 4-0 in the CIF. And nobody's come close to them. They've won by an average of 31 points. Closest any team has come against them is a 25-point margin. Twice they won by 25, Omaha and Sioux City. In fact, they have Sioux City as their next game at Sioux City against the Bandits Saturday night. I see what they are looking now to see if there was some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct after that play. Dominic Logan was injured. Okay, now we've got a all right, we couldn't quite hear all that except it was a personal foul against Isaiah Barfield of Salina on that play. So that's what they were looking at, the explanation there. Actually, I think they were looking for both things. He was out of bounds, but then they were looking for the personal foul. And they do have a personal foul against Isaiah Barfield, the Salina Liberty. He's a defensive back out of the University of Kansas. And after all that, Brett Mathis is going to kick off for Dodge City. Remember, they scored a touchdown. Did not get the extra point, obviously, after that mess. Mathis kicking off and puts it high in the air, and it will be taken at the 2-yard line. And that is going to be Dominic Carson. The little man crosses the 20 and gets up to the 22-yard line. A little extracurricular activity after that. Again, Dominic Carson. Now we're going to see the replay ourselves. Okay, here's the messed up extra point. Bad snap. Mathis trying to come with a loose ball. Dobbs picks it up and just throws it into the end zone. Harper makes the terrific one-handed catch. Now he bounces into the wall there. And then 19 is leading the charge, and they got into it, and number 19, Isaiah Barfield, driving the man into the ground on the end zone. That's where the personal foul happened. All right, back to football from the 10-yard line. Salina had a penalty on that kickoff. They take it back to the 10. And Adams passes is complete out here to Jason Shelley into the game for the first time. Wide receiver out of Southern Oregon. Crosses the 15 down to the 19-yard line. Pick up a 9 on the play. I bring up 2nd down and 1 for Salina. Their first possession here in the 4th quarter. Tyree Adams, their quarterback's gone all the way. Only quarterback listed on the roster, actually. As he will keep it himself. A little zone read action, and he is brought down by Ivan King. The 23-yard line. See if Salina kind of keeps it conservative here with this big lead in 55-27. Leading by 28 points. He's got the wide receivers, though, in motion, and Adams is going to throw, and he's got a man wide open across the 20 into Dodge City territory. That's good for a first down. That ball at the 17-yard line, and that ball caught by Jahern Bird, his second catch of the game. Again, 6'2", 195-pound target for the Liberty. Wrapped up over there by a couple of Dodge City defenders. Keontae Griffin in on the tackle. So it's first down and 10. The ball on the 17-yard line of Dodge City. Here come the Liberty. Handoff. This is Tracy Brooks back in. Brooks. He's got 3 touchdown runs. So he just bounces to the outside and crosses the 50. Dobbs again on the tackle. Jaden Dobbs really having a good game for Dodge City. But not enough tackles to stop this Liberty offense today. 9.5 minutes to go, clock running. Adams throws in the end zone. He's got a man wide open for the TD, and big hit by Ivan King after the catch. That is Ed Smith, the Fort Hays State Tiger, his second touchdown of the game. That's too easy. This defense has got to be wore out. Late in the 4th quarter, Ed Smith just wide open, and then Ivan King pushes him in the back wall. He's okay. That is a 17-yard TD pass. Adams to Ed Smith, and Jimmy Allen. Speaking of getting tired, this guy's legs got to be tired. He's only missed 1 extra point in this game. So this will be his 9th attempt. Or 10th attempt. And it's good. And that is his 9th attempt. So, too many points here to keep track of. 62-27, Salina on top. the Liberty. They're good, man. 8:28 left to go in the game. Back after this.
Creamy ranch, sweet and sour, spicy buffalo, tangy barbecue. Each McNugget, a chance to diversify your sauce portfolio. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Believe you me, we've seen a lot of mornings. And eating the small bits of cheese stuck to a McDonald's wrapper is the right way to start a morning. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Well, one thing's for certain, the Salina Liberty will up their scoring average. They've already have increased. They were averaging 53.8 a game, and now they are averaging over 55 a game. We still have 8:28 left as they have matched their biggest point total of the year. They opened the season with a 62-17 victory, a non-league game against the Arlington Longhorns, now leading Dodge City 62-27. So once again, Jimmy Allen to kick off. Looks like he's looking for a football. We had the media timeout coming out of the break. Jimmy needs a ball. What's going on here? And they do get, finally the official brings a football for Jimmy Allen to kick. Okay. 8:28 left to go in this game, and Salina, again, matching its biggest point total of the year so far. There's plenty of time left. So they will be kicking off to Dodge City here. And it is a shot into the end zone, and that will be brought out. And it crosses the 10 and down at the 10. Gerald Thomas, the return man for Dodge City. And the Law will start their offensive possession. Again, the Law did a nice job through 3 quarters of kind of hanging around and battling this Liberty team, but Liberty's offense so unstoppable, and finally just pulling away and breaking this one wide open. As Jalen Lowe again, the quarterback. His head coach Richard Davis for Dodge City. Dodge City Law, they'll be back in action May 21st at home against the Wichita Force at United Wireless Arena. They defeated the Force last week in Wichita at Kansas Star Arena, 43-34, the final score of that game. While the Salina Liberty, after a bye week and back in action today, they'll be right back at it next Saturday night at Sioux City. Here's a handout to Cameron Booty across the 15 for Dodge City. Under 8 minutes to play in this game. Salina, or the Sioux City Bandits, they were out to a good start, but they've lost 3 in a row, including last night at Wichita. Force defeated them 49-40. Good win for the Force, their first league victory. Second down and 5 for Dodge City. Ball on the 15-yard line. Actually, a ball at the 15, and a gain of 5 on the play for Booty. And this time, Lowe's going to keep it himself. He stumbles as he crosses the 15, and he took a hit there as he's on the ground. But he had not been touched, so wow. Here it is again. Lowe right here makes the cutback, and he just slips and falls. And he lost the ball and then knocked away. Jake Latimer came in there. And they said he was down, so no fumble. Pick up a 2 on the play. 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 3 for Dodge City. And looks like we're going to have a timeout. What do we got here? Lowe takes his helmet off. And that play will be under review. I'm kind of wondering if this might have been a fumble. (62-27), Salina Liberty on top. 6:59 left and go in the game. As again, Lowe kept the ball himself. He cut back at the 15 and he slipped and fell. And he appeared to fumble the football as he went down. Again, nobody touched him. And ball was picked up by Jake Latimer for Salina. Well, I think that may be a fumble and a recovery by the Liberty. Either that, or are they looking at a late hit here from Latimer? Because he was down when Latimer hit him. Wow, it was a fumble. He was not down by contact. He did fumble the football. Jake Latimer recovered for Salina. And it was a fumble and recovery. I really thought that the first time I saw it, and they had to review it. And yes, indeed. Turnover, Dodge City. So Latimer now with 2 interceptions and a fumble, or Jalen Lowe, 2 interceptions and a fumble in this game, the Dodge City quarterback. And the Liberty in great field position once again. As they will take over after the fumble. Officials still discussing things here. Again, Jason Wetz, the referee in this game, the white hat for the this crew. And he comes over to discuss things with Haran O'Neill, the head coach of Salina. Now they ruled after the review it was a fumble and it was going to be Salina's ball, but now we have quite a little bit of an animated discussion here. I'm not sure if they changed that or not. Yeah, now they're discussing, now they may say he actually slid to give himself up. I honestly think he stumbled and fell. But if the quarterback slides, he is immediately down. It doesn't matter if there's contact or not. And I don't know. Quite honestly, looking at it again on my monitor, the replay monitor I am seeing, he looks like he just flat fell down. Now they ruled it Salina ball, but they may have changed that again. Oh, a long, long delay here. There we go again. (62-27), 6:59 left to go. Here we go. Now they say the play was not reviewable. After all that, not reviewable. They reviewed it, reversed, and now they had to reverse it back because they couldn't review it in the first place. All right, back to action. My goodness. Jalen Lowe keeps it himself once again, close to the first down as they mark it there at the 20. Oh, my. What confusion there. All right, Lowe. And tucking it into the running back and then keeping it himself. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 1. The ball at the 17-yard line. And see if Lowe keeps it himself once again. Now they did. Now they say he got the first down. All right, we got first down at the 20. 1st and 10. We need to get this one over with, folks. Lowe keeps it himself, crosses the 20, cuts back into Salina territory across midfield. It's been a really pretty smooth game, not a lot of penalties. And now we had this big delay here that just was complete confusion. But, all right, we're back. We're back. Let's just concentrate on what's going on here. Under 6 minutes to play. 62-27. Dodge City with the football, trying to get back on the board here. They have scored twice in the second half. As Lowe going back to pass, nearly falls down, but he completes it to Torrance Carr at the 16-yard line. It looked like Lowe was just falling down when he threw that ball. And that'll be a first down for the Law. Let's watch it again. Yeah, he did fall down as he threw it. Just went down. He may just have rubber legs right now. He's been running all over the place in this game. So it's first down and 10. The ball at the 16-yard line. Again, Dodge City 2 touchdowns in the second half. Cameron Booty ran for one, and Lowe ran for the other in the fourth quarter. Trying to get on the board again. Booty takes the handoff, has a little running room, cuts back up to the 12-yard line. Make it about a pickup of 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 6. Brashawn Stewart on the tackle for Salina. There's Booty again. Nice little cutback right there, and nice tackle as well from Brashawn Stewart, who wraps him up at the ankles. Second down and 7 actually to go. Ball at the 13-yard line, they mark it. Jalen Lowe out of the shotgun with Booty on his left. The running back, 2 receivers in motion. Low snap. Lowe's going to keep it. Lowe. Is he going to throw? No, he's going to keep it. Reaches over the. And wow. Shaq Bradford goes flying over the wall. Fans there got a little more than they asked for this action. Again, Lowe reaching over, out of bounds, and here comes Bradford. Right in the lady's lap. Oh, yes. Up close action here at United Wireless Arena. Clock running under 4 minutes to go. 3:40. 62-27. That's going to bring up third down and 4. The ball at the 9-yard line. Dodge City trying to get back on the board again here in the fourth quarter. Jalen Lowe out of the shotgun. Quick pass far side. Got his man Torrance Carr, and Carr is going to be short of the first down. That'll bring up fourth down and 1. A little quick out. Carr is tackled as going down low. Kendrick Harper makes the stop. 4th and 1. Ball at the 7. Richard Davis gives the play to his quarterback, Lowe. 3 minutes to go in the game. Clock running. See what Dodge City does here on the 4th and short. See if Booty gets the handoff. Lowe out of the shotgun. Does hand out to Booty. Booty gets the first down, crosses the 5, and Dodge City will have 1st and goal to go as he gets inside the 5-yard line. Cameron Booty wants maybe a late hit there as they drive him back, but there's Booty again. Had the room, got to the 4-yard line, wrapped up there by Brashawn Stewart. And then Travis Taylor comes in to help. Stewart a little extra push at the end. Booty not happy about that. 2:13 clock running. So we're near the 2-minute mark. We'll get down to the 1-minute warning coming up soon. All right, 1st and goal to go for Dodge City. Ball at the 3-yard line. Jalen Lowe, he's been effective running the ball down here. See if he keeps it himself. No, he hands up. Yes, he does keep it himself. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. Jalen Lowe runs it in, his second touchdown run here in the second half. And that young man's played a tough game today for Dodge City. Coming in to take over at quarterback early in the first quarter. Faked the handoff to Booty. Kind of a little read there where he could have handed off, but he kept it himself and goes in for the easy touchdown. And that makes it 62-33. Extra point coming up. Now, last time we had quite an adventure. It's a bad snap. All hell broke loose. But an unsportsmanlike personal foul against Salina. A desperation pass from Dodge City picked off in the end zone. All added up to 0 extra points. Here's the kick. It's up. It is good. 62-34. Dodge City on the board with the touchdown and the extra point. And we got the 1-minute warning with just under a minute to play here at United Wireless Arena in Dodge City. Back after this.
And can I get a Coke?
Depends.
On what?
If we get it at McDonald's.
The because you can't get a Coke from McDonald's at home deal. Any size soft drinks are always $1, only on the McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu.
You can tell this is really crispy, juicy, and tender because we wouldn't take the time to butter all these potato buns if it wasn't worth it. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Sutherland's. We've been your home improvement store since DIY was more than a saying, but an actual way of life. When a power saw meant 2 men and a crosscut saw, we've seen a lot of American history. The Dust Bowl, World War I and World War II. We've seen Americans race into space and 18 presidents run this great country. We were your great-grandfather's lumber store and will be your great-grandson's lumber store. We've watched and helped America become America, and we aren't going anywhere. Sutherland's, your home improvement store for the next century.
Well, the Salina Liberty have won every one of their games this year by a minimum of 25 points. They have a 28-point advantage now with just under a minute to play, 58 seconds, 62-34 over the Dodge City Law. This Salina team has been dominating, looking for they go 6-0 here, on their way to 6-0, and 5-0 in the CIF. Dodge City will even out at 2-2. Waldo, gotta say, they probably consider they played pretty well against this team, just outmatched. Cannot stop this offense as the return man, Rashawn Stewart, brings it out to around the 20-yard line. 51 seconds left to go in the game. Here's another look back at the return. Rashawn Stewart. Actually, that's Ed Smith. Ed Smith returning the kickoff, the wide receiver from Fort Hays State. Got a couple touchdowns in this game. Jalen Lowe just ran for another touchdown for Dodge City. Put them on the board to make this a 62-34 game with the extra point. Jalen Lowe with 3 touchdown runs, the quarterback for Dodge City. Antoine Godley has a TD run. And Cameron Booty ran for the other. All 5 Dodge City touchdowns. Rushing plays as they got down inside. Let's see, a 4-yard, 2 yards, 3 yards, and they're all short yardage runs today. As the Salina Liberty will take a knee and run this clock out, and they will also take a bow. What a performance, this Liberty team. Certainly the class of the Champions Indoor Football League so far. Man, they have been terrific. Moving to 6-0, 5-0 in the league. Dodge City falling to 2-2. And all their games, league games. Once again, Adams. And that should do it. It's the clock now down to inside 20 seconds. 62-34 will be the final score. As the Liberty, after the bye week and the break, said their head coach, Ron O'Neill, said they really needed a break. As there he is with exchanging congratulations with Dodge City head coach Richard Davis. Law giving it a pretty good effort, but not enough. Not nearly enough against this Liberty team, as they were, again, nearly unstoppable today. 10 possessions, 9 touchdowns. And the final score, 62-34 Salina over the Dodge City Law United Wireless Arena. We're back after this.
Your property is a big investment as well as a reflection of you. Keep it looking its best with the best. Your local BTI dealer is where you'll find the latest utility equipment from John Deere. Tough skid steers and small tractors perfect for any job. John Deere Utility Equipment and BTI, 2 of the best to have on your side. Because at the end of the day, we're here for you. BTI with locations in Buckland, Great Bend, Greensburg, Hoxie, Nez City, and Pratt. Our family in partnership with your family.
For a true taste of the old Wild West, get the heck into Dodge. For entertainment at its best, get the heck into Dodge. Walk out on old Boot Hill, you can feel the spirit still, but you just won't know until you get the heck into Dodge.
Make plans to get the heck into Dodge. See cowboys at a rodeo. Try your luck at cards or slots at the casino. Car races, gunfights. You can even walk the boardwalk at Boot Hill. Make plans to visit Dodge City and get the heck into Dodge.
DC3 has it all. From in-person classes to virtual, we've got you covered. Faster certification, fatter paychecks. Trade up to a better life.
And again, the final score from United Wireless Arena on this Mother's Day Sunday afternoon in Dodge City. The Salina Liberty over the Dodge City Law by the final score of 62-34. Salina matching its largest point total of the season. They defeated Arlington 62-17 to start the season. They have now won 6 games by an average of 30.5 points a game. There's how they got it started with that touchdown from Adams to the big wide receiver. Dodge City coming back, trying to answer as Antoine Goodley, and then quarterback Tyree Adams keeps it himself. Then the handoff to Tracy Brooks, who fights his way into the end zone again. A great 1-2 punch out of the backfield. Brooks and Dominique Carson. How about the big man, Lamont McDonald, with the catch, the big offensive lineman, and then that set up a touchdown. Jalen Lowe, first of his 3 touchdown runs, the Dodge City quarterback. He played tough today. Here's the little man, Carson, Dominique Carson, 5'5", 150 pounds. They reviewed that. They thought maybe he touched the wall, but he did not. And then Tracy Brooks, 29 yards out, spinning, bouncing. These guys just tough to bring down. Salina Liberty. And then Adams again to this big wide receiver, Chad Steinrock. And Tracy Brooks once again into the end zone for that touchdown. Lowe keeping it himself. Another Dodge City Law touchdown. The Law 3 TDs in the second half. And then that was the last TD from Dodge City to make the final score, 62-34. But then once again, the Salina Liberty, as we mentioned how efficient they were on offense today. They started off with terrific field position. Their first 5 drives all in Dodge City territory, but they had the ball 10 times in this game, and they scored 9 touchdowns. Technically, they had 11 possessions because they did kill the clock, so I got to add that. But 9 touchdowns, 1 missed extra point, and that is your final score. As the Salina Liberty moved to 6-0, 5-0 in the CIF, Dodge City falls to 2-2. Dodge City Law at home May 21st against the Wichita Force. Salina Liberty still unbeaten, still dominant at Sioux City Saturday night, 62-34. The final score from United Wireless Arena in Dodge City. For our producer director Mike Nelson, our field producer Austin Ditkus, and our camera operator Dennis Scheck, I'm Leon Liebel. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
For a true taste of the old Wild West, get the heck into Dodge. For entertainment at its best, get the heck into Dodge. Walk out on old Boot Hill, you can feel the spirit still, but you just won't know until you get the heck into Dodge.
Make plans to get the heck into Dodge. See cowboys at a rodeo. Try your luck at cards or slots at the casino. Car races, gunfights. You can even walk the boardwalk at Boot Hill. Make plans to visit Dodge City and get the heck into Dodge.